And good evening, everybody.
Evening,
Wel-
afternoon,
Welcome to afternoon, probably somewhere. I'm not gonna figure out how that all pans out across the
time
world.
of day to you all.
It's a day. Welcome to our fourth update and
Fourth update.
starting the final month of Merge Masters this year.
Four. Yeah. It is. Oh, yeah, it is the final month. We got
Well,
30,
we're a
30
bit premature.
days.
It's only what, the 30th, so we technically
Yeah.
have one more day of this month. But for all intents and purposes, we got about a month left.
Yeah.
2/3 of the way through.
2/3. Yep. Oh, crazy. It's been flying.
Seems like we just saw everybody last week, but that's because things were kind of shook up because you had a little trip you made.
Yeah, I had a
Would you like
trip
would you
and
like
then
to
I died. Yeah, so I went to for some. I know some people know streaming stuff's kind of what I do for my day job. So I did a whole of esports event over in Texas. Spent 36 hours over 2 days setting it up. And after those 2 days, the third day came around, and then the power went out, causing the network, which was recently attacked before I got there, to put up a firewall. So they could not stream. That was disheartening to say the least.
but I guess it all pays the same, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I did.
Would have been nice.
Would have been nice to actually see the fruits of my labor, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, getting out there at 3, 4 a.m. and getting back in at 9 a.m.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that
No,
was
that's I can see that
don't.
taking it out of you a little bit.
Yeah, don't recommend. And then I had the the massive pleasure of sitting next to a couple with someone had really bad flying anxiety, and that was oh that was bad. Actually, first of all, can everyone hear us as I keep rambling about my
Oh,
woes, my trials
yeah.
and
Good,
tribulations?
good time for a little audio check. Got a couple people hanging out waiting for us. So yeah,
Yeah,
how do we sound?
let me sound. I should sound sick but clear because I am still under the weather. But we
I have
shall
no
see.
excuse for the way I sound.
You sound great. Ever since we got that mic
Sure,
for you, that's fine. That's perfect.
that's helped a lot.
Yeah, makes my life easier doing sound checks as well.
Fair.
We're getting audio's good. We're both clear. We're fine.
Cool, cool,
Delay's
cool.
a bit delayed.
Yeah, I was gonna say it took a little bit, but
I'm watching. I'm watching. We are. Hang on. Let me do this. Bruh. Okay, now I just wait for that to go through, and we. It's easy. That way, I can see how
yeah.
well the delay is. Oh wow,
Oh,
that's
geez,
a long delay.
it,
Okay.
it just keeps going.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
trials and
Nice.
tribulations of the flight. The couple were nice, and I told them don't worry about it, but she constantly was having panic attacks and almost like Tourette style spasms, just from plane anxiety. And then a different lady passed half because I'm sitting in the very back row of the plane in the aisle, half passed out on me. Um, to which point I had to help with along with me because she was a larger lady. Me and several flight attendants had to drag her to the back cabin, and meanwhile the lady sitting next to me who has plane like really bad severe flying anxiety is screaming at the top of her lungs she's dead. To which point I have to very loudly shout, "No, she's breathing. She's fine." So the rest of the plane doesn't get into a panic.
Hmm.
And then I went to the back of the plane to check if she was breathing. Look, sometimes it's
Just get
just about
everybody under control first.
exactly. It's about optics. Sometimes you just got to make sure that everyone's calm, and then you actually make sure everyone's alive.
Yeah, nobody else freak out yet.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So we did. The flight attendant did the whole thing of, is there a medical professional on board? Get your ass to the back because they were panicking and uh it was very very long story short. After kind of talking with her husband who was asleep and we had to wake up, she has diabetes and didn't take insulin because they don't believe in insulin. At which point the actual doctor who came back argued with them, and we inject her with insulin and she was fine. Well, we gave her fluids with uh, glucose. It's less concentrated insulin.
Uh,
Yeah, and she's banned from flying that airlines ever again.
well, I guess if you can't take care of yourself, you shouldn't be putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be affecting people like that.
Exactly. I sleep on planes between
Not this time.
anxiety lady to my left, which she was fine. I could have slept through that, but the fact that diabetes lady passed out on me, really, the anxiety lady really did not like that. She was a very, one might even say, upset about that, and it was,
There. If one
and
is not used to having people collapse in public, then that would be a bit alarming.
yeah. So I had to. I spent the remainder of the, what was it, from Texas, like 3 hours. So the remainder 2 hours of the flight, 'cause this happened about an hour in, um, trying to keep the lady from literally crawling like on the walls and bugging other people. So I was playing therapist the entire time. Ugh.
You need bigger sunglasses and some of those big over the ear headphones so you can just totally
I have I
have,
have
have
I have a face mask. I have a sleeping face mask with built-in headphones. But here's the thing. It was pretend to be asleep and have her literally crawl over me, scratching at everyone, trying to get off the plane at however high we up we are, 30,000 feet. Or just go, interesting. So how does that make you feel? The
it makes
entire...
me want to freak out.
Exactly.
Like, uh,
Yeah, so I got
I don't like flying anyway. And I
yeah.
especially don't like flying with people that don't like flying.
Yeah. No, I've done it before. I've sat next to first-time flyers. I've sat next to very rude people who are also afraid of flying, which was awesome because I just every once in a while go, because they'll say something like, "Oh yeah, I don't just so you know, I don't fly that too much. I'm a little nervous." They go fine, and then they're very rude to the flight attendant or other people. So then the rest of the flight, I'll just go, "Uh-oh," every time there's a bump or something, or right when we're taking off, I just go, "Oh, we're not going fast enough." But you got to gauge the situation. And then, I got sick from the plane, Texas, all of
The
the
lady crawling
above.
all over you.
Exactly. Stress. And then I died for like a week. I'm still not
Uh,
over it.
now you get
Ugh.
sick like nobody else I know. You don't
Yeah.
fool around.
No, 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 no. When I get sick, I enter comatose state, and I don't wake up till I'm better. To the
Which is
point
nice.
yeah.
Hard to be miserable when you're out of commission.
Exactly. Very miserable, and luckily enough, the way because I'm self-employed, I don't have to I don't have to worry about I got a 9 to 5 I gotta go to tomorrow or I gotta call in. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
just captivated by my story, Captain Shotgun. So
they're
captivated.
good listeners. Now there must
Yeah.
be something going around because was it last week? Not this last one here, but the one before. I got some kind of bad sick. I don't know if it was flu or what, but man, there's just stuff coming out of my body everywhere. It was
Oof.
crazy.
Oof.
Like for a very, very long and loud 24 hours.
Oh.
But it was pretty good. Lost 15 pounds. Most from are coming back, which is a bummer. I was feeling really good
Yeah.
when I recovered for a minute. But yeah, so yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of weird crap going around.
Yeah. It's that time again. People getting
I
sick.
guess.
Yeah, no, it's. I think
But,
even some of the people in Merge Masters, like Alec was
oh yeah,
getting.
Alexander, yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently had some kind of flu stuff going through his house.
yeah, he's over in Sweden,
Yeah,
so it's
so
his
they get
fault.
sick over there too.
Crazy, but it's like Viking sick. It's very different. There's long boats and meatballs involved.
It's much in a lower, gruffer register, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, some sort of Allen key wrench to assemble it all.
Uh,
IKEA
I'm not
joke.
sure if that's offensive or not. I don't know, probably.
That's fine. Yeah, see, Vile's sick.
Oh, geez.
So wait, is Vile's
Ah,
sick? If Alec, wait, Am I patient zero? And then I got the rest of MERGEMASTERS sick
Oh,
through the Discord.
well, if you were, no, yeah, you got sick
Yeah.
first technically, didn't you?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm
Nice.
just gonna go a little bit.
Hang on, hang
Oh God! All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
banter
so yeah,
aside.
how have you been? Enough of me complaining
Oh, it's been
about.
great.
Like,
Well, I've been staying on the ground for the most part, and it's been
yeah.
really nice. Beautiful weather out here. Out playing with cars. Had a wonderful, productive weekend.
Yeah,
So,
you got a bunch of new ones, right?
I
Wait,
only
wait.
got one new one so far.
Oh,
Next one's coming in a couple weeks.
the wife's listening. We only got one new one.
So far,
Yeah.
she knows about it though. This
Yeah.
time,
Oh, okay. Okay.
just a note to chat. Don't bring home 3 derelict vehicles home in the middle of the night when she doesn't know. That's not a good
It's
relationship
fine.
practice.
It's fine because as long as she doesn't know about it. I mean, how hard is moving cars that can't move? How loud is that? That's not that loud. It's not like they're made of
Well,
steel or anything.
it was pretty quiet. Driving the trailer through the yard was probably the worst part, noise wise. But no. Anyway,
You got the backup alarm. Beep, beep, beep.
not that time.
Now, what do you
But
tow
no,
it
just
with?
I borrowed my dad's truck.
Okay. I was gonna say you don't have a Studebaker that truck. Is there a truck Studebaker?
Oh yeah, they made the heck out of trucks,
Ah,
all sizes. In fact,
crazy.
I'm shopping around for a transmission for mine.
Ah. Will that have towing capacity, or is the frame too old?
I can't drag cars home with it, but I could probably drag a boat, cute little
Boat.
boat, something like that.
Yeah.
But
You
I
could buy a
probably
boat.
wouldn't pull a car trailer. Love to build a ramp truck though.
Ramp truck. You
I
mean
showed
like
my wife a couple pictures and been like, "Hey, be like, if we build one of these, I could bring more things home." And she's not too keen on that idea, which is
ah?
probably responsible. But
See, when you said ramp truck, I'm thinking like a stunt ramp. You know that you would like you do
no,
like jumps off with some of your other Studebakers, and then it would be also be a Studebaker.
well, that'd be
And
fun. But
yeah,
no,
you
it's basically it's for towing stuff home and stuff like that.
that's less exciting. But it'd still be cool.
More productive, more practical though. But
Yeah, exactly.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So,
But
getting into it, you want to
I
talk
reckon
about the new blaster thing really quick before we touch on other stuff?
or should we just go ahead and go through the actual business people are here to look at, and then if we have time afterwards, we can brush up on current events.
That's up to you. We do
Well,
however you want to do it.
well, then let's do it my way,
All right, all right.
or the proverbial highway.
All right. Let me close this tiny. Let me get rid of this picture. There we go. And let me do this. Yeah. So you're gonna have to tell me where you left off.
Whatever happened last week.
Okay, so last week was I know how to do dates because I'm an adult. The 23rd. Okay. So we want stuff after the 23rd. So you've already looked at that. Oh, that's some paint.
I've not seen that.
You ever seen this?
I don't think I remember seeing paint.
This is on the
I looked at it
22nd.
earlier. Was it?
Huh? All right.
Have to look at my calendar real quick. Now I'm starting to question things.
Crazy. Who are you? Yeah, it's
Oh, it
Twisted
would've been
Mod
23.
Works.
How did I miss that? Because I remember looking at it. Anyway, that's not important.
Yeah.
We'll just look at stuff. Hey,
Yeah. Crazy.
there's stuff on the screen.
Stuff on. Yeah. Ooh. I haven't. I
Talk about
haven't,
that.
I haven't really. You talked about this? Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. He just like joined and he got in there. He's just like, here we go, doing stuff.
Yeah, not fooling around.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously he's in Minigration. Mega
This
Talon
is
Whip
build number
Blast
2,
Dig.
by the way.
Build number 2. Snap. Okay. What happened?
Yeah, first one.
He
He's the one that
finished?
knocked the first one out in like a week.
Oh, fair, fair. Yeah, we got a few of those people that are just going through all the categories. It's crazy. Let's see. So let's get to where you were looking, which was it's the 20th.
Might be about there.
Yeah. So what is this? This is
The Mega Talon,
Mega Talent. Mega Talent. What
which
is
is
the
like the
Mega
big
Talent?
shock with a front thingy on it.
Oh, okay.
I never saw one. I mean, I've seen pictures of them, but I've never come across one in person. But they got some cool shapes to them.
Right. I tried to Google Mega Talon. I got Mega Talon Flame, which is the Mega Evolution of a Pokemon.
Sure,
So
take your word for it.
yeah. So it's not. It's not that. It's this.
No, that doesn't look familiar either.
Yeah. I
Kind of
mean,
weird bird thing.
yeah. It's Pokemon.
Sure.
Yeah. It's that. Okay.
Hey, I recognize that.
Yeah. There
Oh
we go.
gosh,
Go away. There we go.
that's getting weird there for a minute.
Yeah. All right. So it's that. Yeah, I've never seen that. I didn't know that existed. That's cool. It looks like
Yeah, not sure.
it looks like one of those mini series blasters. You know, like the tiny strifes.
Oh,
That's what it reminds
the
me of as soon as I see it.
yeah, what they call those? Yeah, actually, yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he took that. He took a Kronos, something on the front. Handy ruler, build box dimensions. Uh-huh.
Tight, but it's in there.
Yeah, that's all it needs to be. Just needs to fit.
Micro shots. Thanks, Vile. I was gonna say it seems
Micro
like there's something
shots.
shot, but nothing else was coming.
Tiny shot, small shot, micro shot. Yeah.
I fear it's either shot or strike. So
Yeah. No, I have two micro shot strifes that I wanted to put flywheels in, and I just never got around to it. It's just some stupid thing, right? just
well, you
make,
got to.
yeah, make a strife and do it a micro shot strife and do a normal strife, with still trying to keep as small form factor as possible. It was going to use the hyper ammo, that that thing that never took off.
Thankfully.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. If I yeah, if it if I if that did as a player, I would have loved it. As a game organizer, having all that ammo, that tiny bits of ammo laying around would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, no, I've been playing around a little bit with that 50 cal rounds, but I only use them when we do like church gym games and stuff like that, where you can just sweep them up nice and easy. I'd never
Yeah.
take those to a park or anything remotely outside or anywhere where there's this much room for stuff to roll underneath.
Fair. Wait, 50 cal the normal rifle rounds? You don't use those outside?
No, the ones that Monkey Mod sells, like the actual 50 cal, the little tiny guys.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know Monkey
Especially
Mod
in
still
something
sold
like
those.
where did I put it? The the final condition. It's
Mm.
a weird little double-barreled shotgunny thing that uses proprietary shells, but you can fit 3 darts in there, or um, what, 6 deeps, the 50 cal rounds, and so
Mm.
effectively per trigger pull, you're shooting like 30 something of them out there.
Oh, crazy.
It turns into a mess in a big hurry,
Yeah,
but it gets some tags.
exactly. That's all that matters. Sweeping is future use job. It's right now you got to
Mm-hmm.
live. Yeah, yeah. Going back to Twisted with the little side
Might as
tale.
well.
Yeah,
I mean, while we're here.
yeah. While we're here, yeah, but I'm liking that. Let's come along here. Let's get rid of this. Get that off. Hence. Yeah, let's come along. He said that's the final shape. Filler areas added. And we got DevCon applied, and he seems to be hanging it upside down. I don't know if there's some sort of punishment thing or. Do you hang your blasters when you DevCon them?
No, I usually just throw them in a pile somewhere, or
Okay.
just go and sweep them to the side and get something else out to play with.
Mm.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
if I had a place to hang, then I might just hang them up to get them off the bench so I have more room for the new thing I'm playing with while those dry.
Fair. Fair. So they seem to have a Honda logo.
Or maybe they killed one.
They killed a Honda?
Maybe.
A whole Honda?
Possibly.
Crazy. Oof. Actually, to be fair, I have my old Mustang decal still. So I guess I can't harp on them for that. More supplies have been gathered. All right, all right. Water JB Water Weld. What's the? Is this just the internals for that, or is that a
I
jump?
believe so. It's just like it's basically a big shock inside. It's just a large jolt with a fancy suit on.
Okay, fancy. All right, you gotta
To my
look at it.
knowledge, maybe he's got something else going on there.
Hmm, interesting. Oh, I didn't know the barrel blaster existed until today. Nice little cardboard painting area.
Yeah, a little
Protect from
paint booth.
splatter. Yeah, a little paint booth. There's a barrel, and I guess his
I
next
guess that's just the
victim
one muzzle
outside.
guy.
All right, if he already killed one,
Hmm.
it's like maybe do we have to call someone? He already has
Maybe
one
that's
victim.
maybe that's one coming for revenge.
Oh, it's to slowly back it into him, so he can't see it coming. I get you. It's all coming together. Problem is, you got witnesses. I mean, you got that car to the right, and then you got another car to the left.
A witness or accomplice?
Oh, true, true.
Who's to say cars can't kill other cars too?
That's true. I've seen monster trucks. Sunday,
Hmm?
Sunday, Sunday. Yeah,
Someday.
yeah, Sunday. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he's able to finish posting before the cars get him. And then we got next
Some sanding going on
sanding
now.
going on. We got some sanding sunglasses. Yeah, yeah.
To disguise his identity so that car doesn't find him.
Ah, it's all come together. It's a
You gotta keep those things
yeah,
in mind.
yeah. It's like the dots and everything are being. It's everything. Everything's connected. We need that red string now. It's
Putty,
conspiracy van.
putty time.
Yeah. I'm still baffled with people and their putty because my putty, whenever I putty, it's this like topographical map of the strange world. There are so many bumps and divots before I sand or anything, and it's like I feel like I should go in there with a belt sander just to level it out because it sticks to my fingers. So I try to brush it.
Mhm.
I do the thing where I wet my hands to try to make it so it doesn't stick. It sticks anyway. I don't know.
Well, that red stuff, if that's that Bondo spot putty stuff, it starts to dry pretty quick, and so once it starts to get a little bit of a skin on it, it kind of gets all lumpy and weird when you're trying to spread it around, and the stuff's so fine that it loads up sandpaper like crazy.
Uh,
So I
really?
only like using it for the tiniest little skim coats for filling in little pinholes and stuff because it's just kind of a not a pleasure to work with,
Yeah, yeah.
but it does
Okay.
its job nice. We've all known people like that, right?
Oh yeah. All comes together. I get you. Someone's messaging me. Crazy. I'm going to be very unprofessional and look at my phone. Ah, okay.
Is she cute?
Nah.
That's too bad.
Someone's asking me to jump on a video game. I'm like, I'm busy. Yes. So, yes. So sanded for the second coat. All right. I'm like this. This feels very Mass Effect. Did you ever play Mass Effect? No.
Now, if
This
it's a video game that was made in like the last 20 years, probably not.
uh, one day, I do want to get you into a game, and I got to find more people to play it. There's so one of the social deduction games. I know it's either it's either the new one, which is Repo, where you're
That
this
sounds like
little
homework.
no. It's
Okay.
you're Repo is like it's a horror game a little bit, but you're on a team and you're going through a building and you're a robot. You collect items for money, and then the monsters hunt you. But then you also can sacrifice your teammates to protect yourself. And then the other one is hey Grim. The other one is what's it called? What's it called? The older one that was really popular for a while was After Among Us. It was. I don't know why I'm trying to ask you for help when, when you said you haven't
I got
played.
nothing,
Come on,
man.
it's the game that came out. Where
Oh yeah.
you're your great asset. You know you collect things for a company. Uh, I'm going to Google it. Someone will probably say it in chat. Great asset to the company. To the company game. I'm okay. Great, Lethal Company. There we go. That's the game.
Not ringing any bells.
Yeah, and they're all yeah. Thank you, Griff. Yeah, I see. I knew someone would say it because I mean, it's still popular, but it was really popular for a while. So one of these days, I want to get you and some other nerfers into like either Among Us or Lethal Company or the new Repo, just because it's weird. And yeah, that's it. There's no other reason.
Maybe we'll have to do one of those kind of like after Merge Masters is over, kind of in the off season, and we'll do
Yeah,
like a little special stream to keep on schedule and everything, and we can do some
yeah,
weird crap like that.
yeah, exactly. You know, they're not big. But Grib, how do you kill that which has no life? Exactly.
Interesting way of looking at it.
Old South Park joke. But yes, that standing comes along. Mass Effect, best blaster in the Citadel. It's coming along nicely. I like that.
I guess that was a bit of a tangent, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Me tangent? No.
Bah.
Yeah, I like how you messed with me. Oh yeah, this will be a quick 40-minute stream. It's like, have we
Yeah,
met
silly
before?
me. I saw one once. It wasn't ours, but I know it's possible. Some people
Ah.
do it.
Well, yeah, if you stay on track and don't get into tangents or anything, and you know,
Well, then it's basically a monologue, isn't it?
exactly. Yeah, we don't do that here. We do what
Well,
we
see, I used
want.
to stay on task. Like last year when I was doing these things, I stayed on task for the most part, and it was still like hour and a half, 2 hours. I had
Yeah,
people falling asleep in chat.
we're just ASMR. Look at this blaster.
Super calm.
Super calm. Far out.
Look at that. That's right.
Look at that. That's right. All right. Character 2 has lost his gumption. No, not far out. And only maybe one person listening to this will actually understand what we're quoting.
Carry on. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, next picture.
Next picture. Oh, we're going black primer.
Oh yes, I saw there's a
Is
red
it-
blaster and had to paint it black.
Yeah, I mean this is where what is it? The nerd glasses. That doesn't have an orange tip. Can't show that
Uh-oh.
here.
It was in the last picture, remember? It was up there a little ways. See, scroll up is that orange tube.
Oh yeah.
No, you got to go further, go further, go further. No, all the way up, all the way.
Wait,
Don't mess
the
around.
tube with the
Go.
Honda?
There, see? No,
Okay.
yeah, that one. See, that's the
Okay.
barrel. See?
I didn't even see
All
the
under
barrel because
control.
of menacing. It's all coming together. Now I just remember when I was painting, I had a blaster and paint. The few times I've painted a blaster, I posted on Reddit, and it got taken down because it was a black primer.
Did you add the proper tags saying
I
using
added the
primer work in
proper
progress?
tags. I added the proper
Oh.
tags and everything. They're like, sorry, that's black. I'm like, it's a primer. I had the before picture too.
That was an interesting place while it lasted. It's probably still
Yeah.
around, isn't it? Does anybody ever go there?
The Nerf Reddit? The Nerf Reddit still exists. It's
Huh. Does anybody care?
some
I'm
people
asking it
do.
sincerely.
Nerf Reddit. Hang on, I'm gonna. The Nerf Reddit currently has 38 people online.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's in the top 2% by ranking. And it's
Well,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Well, interesting.
yeah. It's a thing. It's there.
Of course, I'm sure
Yeah,
there's somebody on Nerf Haven still, too. But,
I tried posting on Nerf Haven a little bit ago, but I forgot all my login and everything, and their forgot password no longer works. So
okay.
I don't know who owns Nerf Haven. I know Bobo owned it for a little bit after like, but I don't know if he owned it or just someone gave him transferred him the rights, and then it went to someone else. So I got to follow that thread, just to who owns Nerf Haven now.
And why?
Hey, no, keep it. It's an awesome like legacy. It's like, that thing
Oh,
belongs
yeah,
in a
there was some
museum.
weird stuff in there.
Just scrolling through, or the old Humans vs Zombie forums. That's still around.
Those things were old when I got in the hobby.
Yeah, the old
Kind of a
ground like
relics of a weird old time.
I don't know if they just because during like 2009 2010 era, you could buy lifetime domain hosting and domain name and domain hosting. So you paid like $250 because everyone's like, oh, that's not gonna last that long. You
Yeah.
won't use it, whatever. You pay $250 and then you get hosting for life as long as it wasn't that big.
Hmm.
And their companies are regretting it now. I actually had to help a buddy because they tried to shut him down with one of his websites that he made in 2004. Yeah. And they're like, no. He's like, no, I paid $75 for free hosting or for hosting for life and my domain name and everything. And they're like, yeah, but that was $75. I'm like, this is the thing we signed and everything. So
It was a good deal. That's why I did
yeah,
it.
he basically
Yeah.
he worked out. He got a new contract because he needed to up his bandwidth
Mhm.
for the website, like how much traffic it can get. So now he pays $20 a year for everything, which is them functioning at cost essentially. So yeah, that was the thing, and he can do that. He's not. That's for the next decade that he's got to re-argue it, but it is what it is. You know, things are dead or it's alive once again, or the internet never truly dies. However you want to go about that. But yeah, this
Hey,
blaster,
color.
he's got. So we got a. Is that a teal? Is that what would you
Keeping
call
in
it?
mind, this is still our first entrance that we're talking about as we're approaching the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, but I ranted about plane flight and dying a little bit, and then we talked about it.
The other
We
thing.
talked about talking about a blaster, but then we decided not to. And then because we decided to do it at the end because who knows how long this thing could take, so we might as well get through the blasters first before we talk about news blasters.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to come up.
Yeah, we'll just have a
If we
quick.
can make it, if we can make it through one entrance updates without
Yeah.
getting pulled on some kind of weird tangent, I
No.
would be shocked.
Yeah, exactly. Not going to happen. Yeah,
We can try.
we could certainly try.
Never hurts to try.
That's why I always tell my players when I DM, you can or that's the old Matthew Mercer quote. You can certainly try. Yes, it's coming along. It's nice. And how do you get primer smooth? That's my other question. Everything I put on a blaster, if it has any form of, if it's not solid metal or plastic, it's never smooth.
Or you're supposed to usually you block down primer,
Block
wet
down.
sand it or whatever else.
Okay. But it just looks smooth going on. Mine's lumpy.
Huh.
That's why I don't play.
What kind of primer did you use?
I
That makes a big difference too.
I use like a vinyl dye primer. Well, I mean, the last time I painted was like 5 years ago, but yeah. I'm just doomed never to do any of this. Doomed. Painting. Oh. Oh, wow. That's
I
nice.
picked up quick.
Yeah. So you
Nice
got
little
that.
pinky purple in there.
That stenciled? Sandy didn't even.
Yeah.
See, Grim, you gotta understand though. You are what we call in the industry talented. I am not.
That seems like a terrible excuse.
Yeah, he had to
But
have
yes, to answer
stenciled
your
it.
first question, I think that's yeah, probably
Yeah, it's
like
really
those like
nice.
vinyl, either vinyl decals or used vinyl decals used as a mask or something like that.
Okay.
But does look nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That tag labeled orange on the top is not orange, and that bugs me, but I'll allow it. And then here you go, a firing demo. Oh, is that? I don't know. Is this going through? Can you see this? It's completely
Uh,
filled up my screen.
I can see the top half. I can see the roof or the ceiling.
Okay, so I got to
I guess we can wait 10 minutes and see how it actually shows up on
Yeah, no,
the.
no, it didn't work.
Yeah, nope, that's not going to work.
Okay.
Well, we'll just.
Yeah, he's got to
I can
squint.
kind of see it.
He's got to squint a little bit. Okay, so he puts it in. You got to shake it a little bit. It fires. That's all it needs to do. Oh, it's
Inline
inline.
clip.
It's
Cool.
inline.
Yeah, it must have been some kind of insert like that weird blue thing must have been a insert, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice. So again, I mean, this it's just like me just repeating myself over and over again. Oh, the flower thing was to see under, or is that like what? Is that like
I think that's just
foil?
decal.
What is that? Huh?
Maybe.
But it's smooth. It looks like one blaster now. That's all painted up and everything, which is really
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, no, that's clean work.
Yeah,
I kind of like the
yeah,
box of your nose on the end of the blaster,
yeah. Is
and
that
how
side?
the it's not like a barrel; it's more of just kind of a shroud that kind of hugs around over the top instead of like surrounding all the way
Yeah,
around.
yeah. No, it's coming together. Wait, is he done?
Slam shot.
Is this just is this just
Probably.
him done?
Oh,
Box check.
he's got time to knock out a third one at this point. Nobody's ever done three builds.
I don't know. Prickly's coming close, man. But yeah,
Well,
dude, that
I
looks
wouldn't put it past him.
that looks awesome. It looks like he's yeah,
Yeah, I think that's close enough that with a little bit of a tip, that'll fit in the build box.
yeah.
So
Very
we're
cool.
counting it.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to ask is for the actual. I know he just take a and I'll shoot you a message as well because we don't. I don't expect anyone to watch these if they are watching them, but just a little
Thank
ruler.
you for the people who actually are,
Yeah,
though.
exactly. A little ruler to the build box, so that way we actually just have the right dimensions in all one easy
Appropriate
picture.
scale.
Yeah. So we just go yes, because I mean obviously you did it up here somewhere.
But yeah, just so we have
Yeah.
that final picture for the posting in the final deal.
Yeah, so everyone knows.
Just keep it all consistent.
It's all coming together. Hey, we covered one blaster.
Well, should we bag it for the night?
On to the next one. On to
I think there's only
vials.
one little update for Vile, though.
Ooh,
I went through
I
through
didn't
his
see
stuff.
this.
That's because you're sick.
This
Watch
is cool.
last stream.
This is cool. Look
Oh
at
yeah, no,
this.
I made a
Everyone
point
look
of
at
mentioning
this.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
like
can you
Fire
can look at
Master
it, and
is peep.
I'll just be over here waiting.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just fast forward. Prepare to fast forward. Fast forward. Okay, oh, here we go. 23rd. You would have seen this because this has happened. Okay, yesterday.
For those of you watching at home who saw last stream, go ahead and skip ahead about 15 minutes.
No, we're good. We're we're on. You didn't see this because this was posted yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Unless you can see the future.
Well, I saw the future yesterday when that was posted.
You did. Crazy. Did you see the future yesterday or you see the future today?
No, I saw that when it was posted. What you just
Ah,
said was the future.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yesterday was
it
the
looks
best.
nice.
Yeah, it does look nice. I mean, it's vile. It's always gonna look nice.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
It's to be expected.
Well, as we expected. The little rock's staring at me still. Thinking it's better than me, but that's fine. Let's see. Yeah. It's
Whole lot
coming
of
along
blending
really.
going on.
Very nice, very smooth. It's coming together. Wait, yeah. And yes, Sling Fire Master, you are people. Allegedly. I need you to complete this CAPTCHA, Sling Fire Master, to prove you're not a robot. Please click on all the blasters in the picture. Yeah. That's coming to, so damn smooth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the back. I guess, yeah, that's the back little piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's turned into a battery compartment, which is super neat. That's just the Chronos slide with another slide kind of piggybacked on top and paneling added to blend everybody together.
Yeah, and it's all magical together. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. And then we have this. Ooh.
I think this is the update today.
Yep.
More blending, filling in little spots.
Nice.
Vile, if you're still chilling out in chat, is this ABS slurry, the black stuff?
Oh,
like on the grip there and stuff? Is that ABS slurry, or are you using like that Permatex MMA?
See, I thought it was a Permatex, but you're right. It could be an ABS slurry.
So I believe he's used slurry, but I don't know if he's a religious slurry user. I can't remember. I'm having a hard time keeping track of everybody's build styles.
Yeah, I mean that's the great part. It's everyone has their build styles. People are using stuff. Black Milliput. Milliput. What is Milliput? It's just putty.
That is an excellent question. Please enlighten us. I've heard of it, but I've never dealt with the stuff before.
Trying to Google it, but if I click on Vile's message, it wants me to time him out. I gotta make sure I don't time out Vile. Well, okay, it's an epoxy putty.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Black Milliput versus standard. It's miniature
Similar
sculpting.
to epoxy sculpt, but is it so it's not? It's a non-structural type putty.
It looks
Well,
structural.
this relay is brutal.
It looks like people are using it for Warhammer 40K. It's like sculpting clay.
Yeah, but is it? Epoxy sculpt is notoriously not very structural.
Brittle. Yeah, it's very brittle.
Yeah,
so
like it doesn't flex or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, structural or not structural.
Yes to both.
I can't remember how I asked that, and so with the stream delay, it's kind of like, wait, how did I ask?
We gotta fix your internet, man. That's the only reason there's a stream delay. We can have it no delay.
What? I'm got things going on.
I get you.
Also, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Because it's something that I don't have to deal with right when I'm getting ready to set up stream, to where it's like, oh crap, my internet's gonna suck, and then we do the stream, and then I unplug it when I'm done. I'm like, don't have to worry about that for a couple of weeks, and then you can mix it with green stuff, more of a blending putty, not structural. Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But probably a lot more structural than like that Bondo putty type stuff for smoothing and filling and all that. Interesting. I may have to give that a whirl.
Nice. Yeah. It's more stuff. More
I assume if you're using it, you would recommend it.
Nah, he hates it.
I hate using this stuff.
He hate using
it.
That's why I just put it everywhere on my blaster. It's a finite resource, man. He's got to hog it all for himself. That way no one else get it. Otherwise it's going to go the way of DevCon, never to be seen again.
Remember the days when you could just go down to the store and buy DevCon? Them's were the days.
I mean, okay. Remember how we said no more tangents? So I had to go to the hardware store today really quick, and I passed something, and I'm like, oh, those are brass tubing. And Well, it was like, what was it? It was 16, or is it 16 30 seconds? It's the brass. I had to Google it because I'm like, no, it's the brass tubing everyone used for brass breech long stampedes back in the day. You had to buy it online. Only certain hobby shops have it, and now my Home Depot has it.
You're talking like the
9 30 seconds, 13 30 seconds. I know it's not 16 30 seconds because that'd just be one half.
what is the 17 30 seconds?
17 30 seconds. Yeah.
There we go. Gosh, it's been a long time since I had to buy it.
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm just like, what? Because I looked at it, I'm like, no. And I had to look. I had to Google it. I went to like ModWorks blogspot or yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
I know. It was like
Speaking of archaic websites,
yeah. That I had to use a Wayback Machine to find it. Good times. But yeah, Viles thing. It's yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's yeah, I think so. I know Vile sells some of his work. Vile, have you ever been worried that someone would have lifted a print off some of the epoxy work and then used it to frame you for something? Because you see like his thumbprint right there.
well, I assume he paints his stuff before selling it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you could just go down a few layers.
That's a really weird question.
Yeah, and it's popped in my head. Popped in my head.
Sounds about right.
Because one of my content creator friends boxes everything with gloves now because she used to get her fingerprints on yeah, allegedly you've never sold anything.
Well,
IRS, don't worry about it.
we might be talking sometime, and we might have to change that. But that's a separate thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. One of my content creator friends, when she packages like merch and stuff, she wears gloves now because people kept lifting her prints from the packaging tape.
That's creepy.
Yeah. The more
You fly in some
know.
weird circles.
I fly in many, many weird circles.
Will you do stuff online with weird online people or something?
I know. It's crazy. Meet people for the first time, drive them 2.5 hours, talk about where to bury bodies behind tree lines. Good times.
Suspicious behavior for sure.
Yeah, that's all coming together. Ooh, I like that.
What is that?
I don't know, but I like it. That is
Care to share?
where do I...
It almost didn't. It almost looked like it was a printed thing that's been kind of sanded and all that because I
Is
couldn't
it?
identify it. It's all fake louvery things, but
No,
I
because
couldn't.
that middle bit is chipped. Unless it is printed. No.
You can get it from Menards. Menards.
I
Don't
think
have one of
that's a
those around here.
question to the last thing.
What was the last thing we asked?
I don't, dude. I don't remember. I just when stream turns on, I just open my mouth and words come out.
And you don't stop.
Even if I'm sick, if I oh, it's a sample swatch from a window shutter. Oh,
That's brilliant.
it works. It's crazy. That's definitely gonna have to go in the possible contenders for weirdest item implemented into Blaster.
Very unexpected.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't a payphone this time, I reckon.
Payphone.
Hmm.
Yes.
I almost had to get up and walk around and for a minute about that. That was a close
Yeah.
call.
Gopher
trick.
trick.
That tracks.
Yes. Gopher. Okay, yeah, that's Viles. All coming
Heck yeah.
together. I'm looking forward to it, man.
And I think that's it because the pickle we updated with just
Yeah,
a delicious
pickle was
sandwich
8
included
days
last
ago.
time.
Yep, that's fair. I mean, it's
Does look
blended
good.
together. It's blended together nicely. You know, he's done some body work. You know, obviously we got some structural stuff. A little heavy on the pickles.
I'd like to see more ham personally,
See our hand? Yeah.
but maybe a bit of mayonnaise.
Ugh.
Good. I said a
Ugh.
bit,
Ugh. At the
only
very
because that looks
least,
like that
sriracha
really heavy
mayonnaise.
bread.
I mean, that's butter. So I mean, because yeah,
Is
he
that
put
butter?
that, yeah, it's butter on the bottom.
Butter with pickles?
Yeah.
What are you, nuts?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you nuts? So this is something they did in Australia. They do it in Europe a lot. Is they butter their bread when they make the sandwich,
Okay.
and the Americans go, "Ooh, that's weird." But we're the ones who deep fry everything and put like fat and sugar on everything. So why do we say it's weird?
Because if I was making that sandwich there, I'd put a little mayonnaise in on there instead of butter.
Nah, do a little butter, get
So
a
if you
little
put butter on
de
it and then fried it, like pan fried, get that butter all crispy in there.
yeah.
Then you can put whatever the heck you want on there. But see, you're talking like just raw butter spread
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, yeah, just do a little
But,
butter, like just a little bread and butter. Like you at a restaurant, you put a little bread and butter.
well, that's fine, but
Yeah,
I don't go
yeah.
putting meat
It's
and
just
the vegetables on
it's
there
just
yet.
to make it so it doesn't dry up your mouth so
I'm not saying
much.
you're wrong.
Yeah,
I'm just saying if I did it, I'd change things.
fair,
But I say
fair.
that with almost everybody's build here. So
Yeah,
that's it's like, hey, I like
I,
that. I might do things a bit
I'm
different.
saying you're
Nothing
wrong
wrong
for
there.
adding mayonnaise, just plain old mayonnaise.
I said just a little bit.
Ugh.
All it's there is to kind of lube up the bread a little bit
Yeah,
because that looks like one of those big French loaves sometimes,
yeah.
and then the bread's really dense and heavy, and you gotta have a little bit of slip it in there so you can mush it around in your mouth better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
But I
otherwise the
mean,
bread sticks to the inside of your mouth.
different condiments, like at least a sriracha mayo.
I mean that I didn't say specifically just plain Jane humdrum garden variety mayonnaise. It depends on kind of what angle you're taking with the sandwich here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I
fair,
mean,
fair.
you got ham and pickles. You could afford to jazz it up a little bit with some of your fancy stuff. You want more
Yeah.
of a avocado mayo or more, like I
At
said, a
least when you have
sriracha
some
mayo,
kick.
something like that.
Yeah, he says a little kick to it.
Just a little bit of something.
I'm hating on mayo because I grew up around too many white people.
Yeah, so did I, but I came out all right, I think.
You is white people. Technically, I is white people too, but I don't like mayonnaise. It just feels like eating lard. But I'm not wrong.
But
It is.
but it's not.
It is.
Saint lard derived from animals, and mayonnaise is, well, I guess,
It's an egg.
egg
It's an egg
and
based,
oil.
egg and oil based thing. Which oil? Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
on our next episode of Cooking with MERGEMASTERS hosts.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
Vile said he just did a quick update. There
oh,
we go. We're gonna go back to that. That's what it originally looked like.
huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See,
Hmm.
exactly. And just by looking at this, it's clear to see that mayonnaise is bad.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. It's the dichotomy between the original Swatch and what he made of it, and you have the whatever that is above it, and the platform, and then the imperial system of measurement below. It's all symbolism. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway. Yeah, I'm still sick, remember? It's slightly delusional. All right. What
yeah,
else we
more
got?
than slightly.
Wait, I mean, always slightly. Always so more than slightly more than normal. So you would have covered Prickly's 3000th build last week.
Correct.
Yeah. Prickly's coming together nicely.
Oh, hello.
We got Dog. Dog demands attention. Yeah,
Always.
so many Venom Pros. Which I'm loving. Have you been seeing more Venom Pros in games and stuff?
Um, kind of. I've been contributing to that locally.
Yeah. With all the ones you bought, I know. I've been having a little bit of an issue making the drop-in kit for the Venom Pro internals into a Chronos. That issue being is I got sick and I ran out of time. But
That'll do it. That'll do it.
yeah, yeah, I gotta work on that this week. And then and then General Strife, yeah. So
Yeah,
cool.
we're all caught up.
That is all integration. And then
You're being a very good
yeah.
girl.
Okay,
That's where I
I
put away.
think I've done something to my settings because this should all be
That keeps it does
this
that to
should be
mine
list.
as
This should
well.
be list. They should all start as list view, and then you can personally change it to
I
gallery.
wonder if I wonder if when you set them up, then
Yeah, I'll have to go
something
into
was like defaulted weird or
settings
something.
and things. I don't want to do that
So I know
on
somebody
screen.
seems like
People will.
Katz mentioned that. Somebody mentioned
Yeah,
that a while back that it was weird.
it's
But
like or should it be all gallery view
I don't
so
know. I
you can
like the
see?
list
You
better
like list view?
personally. I mean, I like the big pictures, but my brain I think works more in a see the title
Mm,
first.
fair, fair.
But I guess it doesn't matter as long as everybody's all consistent.
Yeah, I'll see. I'm fixing that after stream. Yeah. So Drunkle, let's see, Drunkle Zappy, Doctor Uncle Zappy, Zap Zap. Okay, so 22nd. And by doing my math, there's 7 days in a week normally. That would
Usually.
mean change the post title to the bucket list. As of today, it's called the bucket list. Fair enough.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay, yeah, I gotta refresh my memory. So what was he doing? What was he making? Okay, so Strife, Kronos. Oh yeah, with the master keyed big shot.
Yeah, the big shock that fires
Yeah,
out of the Chronos, but then the Strife fires out of the big shock.
yeah, it all comes together.
And a very cleverly used modulus stock.
Yeah. Captain Shotgun, no mail on nothing. At the very least, Kewpie mail in small quantities. But plain mail, no.
Gaster's intolerant.
Yeah, I just
The views expressed in this stream do not necessarily reflect the opinions of
they do.
people with good taste elsewhere.
Bleh. Taste, taste and mayonnaise.
You're free to hate things on your own time.
Yeah.
When you come around here,
You're saying this is a
don't darken my goal with your male hate.
mayonnaise friendly stream.
We're everything friendly around here.
That's fair. Hey, where's this? Ba, 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 ba. There you go.
Sure. All right. Today's episode is brought to you by mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. But yeah, so yeah. He's putting stuff together. Wait, is that two stripes? So I'm seeing you got that stripe, and then you got the stripe
That's
underneath. Or is that the same
a little
stripe?
stripe. Or no, is it? No,
Is
it's
that
full
the same?
size.
Okay, so yeah,
I think
see,
things are normal. I mean, vaguely
yeah,
normal.
yeah,
Normal enough.
normal-ish. I mean, as normal as anything gets normal. But yeah, all right, all right. See, we got the kind of the down the side look coming together nice and smooth. People showing off what I can never do and making putty even this remotely smooth. Nice, nice. See, I see a lot of sanding has happened. Are you sand as you or do you vacuum as you go or do you vacuum at the end when you sand?
I'd sweep it on the floor.
No vacuuming. It's just piles. What people actually don't see is Mr. Nathan is knee deep in old sanding like dust.
Dust and junk.
Dust.
Yeah.
He's a moat around his house of just ABS
Then it just
dust.
blends in with the rest of the, general garage type dust stuff, and then you just sweep everything up as regularly would.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I've got a little can of duster for especially for cooling off hot glue. So I
Hmm.
can flip it upside down, blast it to cool it off real quick for holding stuff in place. But
Uh,
usually, if I get a lot of dust that's kind of piled up everywhere, I'll kind of blast it off real quick just to get it out of the way.
Fair, fair. Now I've been playing around with different pipe. You know, like internal vacuum systems that some houses have.
I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah. So I've been working on different ducting work for my workbench that
Ah,
would have a filter in it, just so it can stay compact and everything of
yeah.
being able to. Yeah, because while I don't mod that much, I mainly print and cut, but I still sand every now and then. So it's just like, oh,
Mhm.
and especially my belt sander, uh, um, has a saw, as a band saw. There we go, words.
Ah,
I know words. My bandsaw creates a lot of dust. So I've been working on different systems
okay.
because the intake system for my bandsaw does have like a vacuum intake, but I want to modify
Hmm,
one that just sucks it all up really cleanly. Because I don't want to
nice.
clean. I'm lazy. I want like an entire pressurized cube that I sit in, and it sucks away everything. But also it's a filter, so the off chance a screw gets in there, I can easily just grab it.
Ah,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Yeah, little thought process, but yeah, it's coming along nice. Yeah, and they named it the bucket list. Looking forward to it. Yeah, that's Drunkle, and then so
It'll
next
be
week,
interesting to see what the story is behind that.
yeah, why we call it bucket list? Why bucket list? Okay, so the next
These
one.
questions and more will be answered hopefully if we can get the creators on the show for a later, kind of a pre-voting stream like we're planning.
Yeah, we gotta. That's gonna be a lot of organization and stuff of
That's
getting
going to be
people on.
a brutal logistical nightmare, but
That's
it'll
yeah.
make it really cool, I think.
I think yeah, exactly. I think that's gonna have to be more than a weekend what we originally planned with the amount of people entered.
It's it's not looking good at this point. No, that's
It's okay. We'll just do a 24-hour live stream, 48-hour live stream, nonstop. Keep bringing people on. Sadly, the majority of them are in the U.S., so we can't play time zones. But
we may have to organize that in such a way. See if we can like put like a map on the Discord and be
yeah,
like, hey, everybody, put a pin where you live. That we can be like, okay, well, if we start the stream here, we'll catch the eastern seaboard and we'll just
hmm.
kind of work our way across. So,
that's why we do it at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. your time. Is
yeah, but as far as if we're having guests, it'd be nice to have
Yeah,
the early folks on first and then work our way through. I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah. We just have like sign up thing or something. Bring people on, get a little sound check going. If they want to have a camera, they can have a camera via the Ninja.
Which I guess if we're doing a multi-day thing, we'll have to figure out, what if we're looking at these days. What is the most likely you would be available on X day? What time during that day? So we can kind of figure out. Okay, well these people do be in like phase one of this class
Phase
and
one.
phase two, and not
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
I don't even think we'll be able to do the same classes at the same time. I think it's just going to be people, like, we're going to lock too much stuff in. As much as it would be easier to be organized and have it, hey, okay, here's all this, it's just going to be people. Because people
Who's
have.
available Friday?
Exactly. Who's available this day? Who's available this day? Get on here.
Uh,
Oh, your boss said you haven't come into work. Let me talk with your boss. Don't worry. Great at talking to people's bosses. But yeah,
Hopefully it
wizard
doesn't
build.
come to that. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, wizard builds.
It'll be cool. Hopefully,
Oh, it'd be
hopefully
awesome.
it'll be cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. No. Uh, wait. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any wrist movement. I only could do. Look at this guy. Yeah. Anyway. Uh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
hey, what do we got?
Yeah. Wizard build stuff. Okay. So the gauntlet's coming together.
Well,
I like this front piece. What is that front
Mm-hmm.
piece? Is that just
It's just shortened up rapid strike.
okay? Yeah, yeah. A little painter's tape dart holder.
Well, I think it's a regular dart holder. He's got that prepped for paint, I believe. So that might just
Ah,
be ready for paint. But I don't know. We'll find out.
Mystic one. Yeah. Oh, Mystic. Hey, hey, Mystic. Starting
Oh,
wire
hey.
up now. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, Mystic. I saw your
Awesome.
email. I've been dead to the world. Um, so I'll just respond to your email now live on stream. I will look to see if I have any more spares. We were supposed to get some in at the end of the month for Hyperdrive 1.0s, and that did not happen because shipping logistics issues. So I will after the end of stream, I'll look that up and I'll email you back.
For everyone else watching, we're hearing half of a conversation.
For everybody else watching, um, I don't mind helping out Mergemasters people with things that are out of stock.
No, that's fine. It's just you were referencing things that nobody else really knew what you were talking
Yeah,
about. Anyway, no, I am a strong proponent of helping people. So
yeah, yeah. Business and stuff. But yes, this is his. I think it's a test run. Uh,
nice,
ooh, that's pretty solid.
looking good.
Yeah, so I'll show you. Solid.
Oh,
Two.
oh, there's a thing.
Yeah, normally,
Cool.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty. It's a nice. There's another video. Oh, ooh,
Oh, it's a little
ooh.
deploying control thing.
Is that
Cool.
is that printed or did you buy that? No, it's printed. I see print lines. Okay. Oh, switch.
Uh, cool, cool.
Yeah, I might have like one or two left in stock, just so you guys are aware. But I will let you guys know as soon as we get more. It's um, the Hyperdrive 1.0's got sent back from customs, so that's why they will not be here at the end of the month.
Were they mistaken for ballistic knives?
No, they were mistaken for something else illegal that I shouldn't really say on the street.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah,
Use
it's
your
fun.
imagination, folks.
Use your imagination.
Well, lasers.
Swishes for speaking of illegal, swishes for lasers.
Where are you putting
Nice.
lasers?
I mean, where
Now, if
aren't
that
you putting
laser's
the
going to go
laser?
in that little center
Is
hole
right there.
right
That
there.
would be cool. That would, I
That
don't
would
know.
be so cool. If you're not doing that, it's still cool, but
Still
that would
cool.
be cool.
Is that laser hole? I want. Okay, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll
Maybe
see. Okay, so we got some tape. We got tape in, painting happening. Uh,
that,
yeah.
I'm still really happy with how that's looking. The end of the stock used to cap off the back where it was cut, the strong arm slide covering up where the grip was, and then just shortening up the whole nose of the rapid strike. I just really like the form factor right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No,
I'm gesticulating wildly off screen that you can't see.
yeah, this
I'm
form
doing this kind
factor.
of thing, and I'm pointing,
I mean,
but
here
you can't see because my hand's over here because
yeah,
I'm pointing.
I can make you bigger. Hang on. Wait, no.
No, no, it's fine.
Okay.
That's where it's going.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. Hang on. Good, good. Okay.
I mean, how could you
Uh,
resist?
exactly. Yeah. No, it's coming out. I love the the use of the arm brace. It's all coming together. I like arm mounted blasters. Arm mounted blasters will always hold a special place in my heart. There needs to be more, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now, going, there needs to be more, and I need to make some.
I need to finish mine.
I need to make a mass produced one.
I wouldn't complain about that either.
Yeah,
You need to get your boards figured out so I can buy some from you so I can get mine
yeah,
working.
yeah. I have it 90% of the way there. It's all the signals are going out, and it's just the MOSFET's not triggering. Because we got a new round of boards.
I will get there.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, if you're an electronics engineer and know stuff about PCBs, please message me on the Discord. Duh, duh, duh.
You might be helping out a lot of people.
Yeah, I'll also pay you for your time and stuff instead of paying some random person. Um, yeah, this yeah, it's coming together. It's all coming along. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I mean, if we actually read the description, there's a laser pointer in the battery tray. It would have made sense that that's where it would come out. If we actually would have read.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. But who reads in this day and age? No one.
Well, I can't read it, so it's I don't know if that's actually making it towards legible to the final consumer here.
Oh, here, let me fix that. Do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then enhance. Enhance. There you go.
Oh gosh, that print is about the size of a cat. I can't help but not read it now.
Just done. But yes.
It appears large on the screen.
Yes. It's all there. All right.
Anyway.
So,
Cool. Nice.
So, tusks. Oh. So, tusk. I mean, you still got time, so no worries. Yeah, if you still got a month. It is the final countdown, but it's still a month. So if you
it's still about 4 weeks.
Yeah, if you find your motivation, all good. If you don't, we're happy to see Bill next year because it was coming along really nicely. But no worries either way. All right.
So it's just nice to see you doing things.
Yeah. So next we have someone else I got sick. Alec. I keep wanting to say Alexander, but it's Alec Zandor. Alexander. Yeah. Words.
Names.
More
specifically.
Exactly. Okay, so this was... You would have seen this.
Yeah, I think we covered up until that kind of front-on picture.
Yeah, trigger on
a little bit
pieces
further down to the grips, I believe.
Remixed. Ooh. I like that front
cool.
profile. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still just getting such a kick out of the whole big shroud that covers up the cylinder.
It moves out. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you applied a few coats of filler primer today. Not much else. Flu, stomach flu. Yep.
That'll do it. That'll knock it out of you.
I had the power to get people sick over Discord. Ooh. Let's see. Sanded DevCon scales, added filler primer. Yeah.
A great improvement over the stock grips.
Oh, yeah. Wet sanding, a little bit more. Yep. Just hang in there. Drink plenty of fluids. Sleep a lot. Get some whatever medication in you. I mean, I highly suggest not to do my remedy, which is sleep for 30 hours straight once you start getting sick. And then wake up dehydrated and delirious. Don't do that.
Everyone has their own home remedies.
Yeah.
They're not all healthy.
Yeah, no, that's coming along. I like that. I like the little grip scale. I also like his keyboard. Keyboard's coming along. Keyboard's nice. Little yeah. Hey, a Mystic one updated 1 minute ago.
Oh man, it's so much easier when other people update their own stuff instead of us having to scramble last minute and the people saying, "Hey, go over my thing again because I just posted something," and we have to backtrack. So thanks everybody for your diligence.
Yeah.
Sure appreciate it.
Yeah, good job, us, for making it so that they have to do it.
But it's providing a better product. So
it's making our lives easier. Yeah.
That's a good side effect, but
Yeah.
it's having the information right here, ready to go when they're ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mystic One's using the we've never released 2-stage recon setup. I made this for a customer like over a year ago, and we were gonna release it, and then we never did because it needs to be
I might need
finally
you to
cleaned
send me
up.
those files,
Yeah,
just in
they
case.
work. It's just it's not to that level of I'd want to sell it. I need to clean them some more. But yeah, it looks like they all come together. You see, there's like artifacting of there we go, artifacting of like things that don't exist anymore. But yeah,
Hmm.
as you see, I see how they printed it. Okay, um, it goes back into the magwell, and then the obviously it's Talon, and it just the dart thing. It's really tight. I'm glad it's pretty clean though, Mystic. I
Mm.
was worried because I know how I've rigged up my printers. It's when I tell someone to print it one way, um, and I go, well, I printed it fine. I also spend like way too many hours calibrating fine tuning my printers to print the way I like to print, and thus I print everything that way. But yeah, I'm glad it worked out well. Um, we got a little bit messed there, but that's fine. I believe you're printed in carbon fiber PLA, so yeah, that'll be plenty strong enough. Yeah, wiring's going to be painful. I'm just going to give you that heads up. That's what it is. What it is. And then, ooh, that's nice. Was this last week? Was this today? Was this? I don't know. I'm gonna look at
I
it.
think that one was last time with the little crossbolt bit.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Would advise against not modding in human fingers, but you do you, man. Whatever
Yeah, they might
works.
get in the way.
Yeah, you little buddy.
You just have to be careful reloading, I guess.
Yeah, I like the blockiness. It's
Hmm.
I think
Such a good
I
silhouette.
think they said it was like it was cyber like Judge Dredd style thing. I'm trying to go
I
back.
believe so.
Yeah, yeah. Lawgiver from Judge Dredd, heavily inspired. Yeah. Also, if anyone hears me cough, let me know. I have my push to mute set up, but I don't know if that one went through or not. So apologies if you do. And so I'm not hacking on stream. Let's see. Where we going? We're going. Okay, Gap, 27th. Okay,
There we go.
cutaway
I
pieces.
think this is the start of the new ones.
Yeah. Balance, feeling, improvise. Might give another piece. But yeah, that's yeah, yeah. I'm liking that. That's coming together
Hmm.
nicely. I'd say, oh, and you're going to use XT30, but that's the XT30 from the solenoid from the Flywheel of the World solenoid. Maybe you're still keeping XT30 because I do see. I think that actually might be the core in the Flywheel of the World battery, right there. Looks like our wiring. Anyway, the gap.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the crossbolt little bit there would, fill in a couple rolls there. The area between the top of the recon and the
Hmm.
inside of the little Maverick part, little
Yeah.
jam door area, and part of that little side slot. Yeah, that's yeah, a good
Yeah.
effective use of that piece.
Yeah. And yeah, XT30 Master Race.
Ah,
We don't need XT60s. They're too bulky. And yes, it's supposed to be 30 amp and 60 amp, but that's continuous. And if you're using 60 amp continuous, I want to know what your setup is because the most powerful motor in the hobby right now uses 7 amps continuous. So that'd be a 5 stage.
I'm sure somebody's working on it.
Yeah, Panda had a 5 stage, but even that wasn't that was like a maximum of 20 amps continuous. Yeah, a little circuitry. Doing the little PMW. Yeah, look at that battery. Look at that nice little battery. Anyway, but product placement. Yeah, to cut away for the battery. Yeah, because normally the batteries for the flywheel kits mount under where he has the circuitry, but instead he's making the use for the circuitry, the battery tray.
Interesting. What other magic do we have involved then?
Yeah. Internals mostly mounted. I'm saying, Mystic, if you know how to work circuit boards, I can give you a prototype. And all I'd ask is you get it working, and it's yours. But you've already done all this work, so I don't want to do that to you now.
Later.
So yeah, later. Yeah, and Captain, I'd love to see it, but I also take no responsibility for you putting that much amperage through a child's toy. Yeah, it's coming along nicely.
You mean it should be like a hobby grade printed kit then?
No, for the
That way it's not going through a children's toy. It's going through a hobbyist's equipment.
no, because if you're running 60 amps through any like for if you're running 60 amp continuous, you gotta that's a lot of work. Like 60 amp burst, no problem. 60 amp continuous,
pedantic.
You're yeah, I know you're being pedantic, but I'm gonna explain it.
Fine. We haven't tangented it lately, so
yeah. No, okay, for you to run 60 amp continuous on Merlins only use, unless you're using metal wheels, Merlins only use 2.5 amps at max RPM.
it sounds like math, and that feels like homework.
Yeah. So for you to run 60 amps, brain isn't working right now. I'm gonna get a calculator out. Let's just make this easy. 60 divided by 2.5. It's 24. So you would need 24. That'd be a 12 stage. And then you have to have the battery for that. That battery would be huge. Nathan's like, I can do math. I'm just gonna pull out this little Nerf blaster here.
Ain't that what we're here for?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. Ooh, switch. Yep. I believe that's his select fire switch, semi-auto to full auto.
Well.
And then a little voltmeter. Nice little voltmeter. Come together. Yep. I can confirm it looks like what Mystic One sees in their head.
Good shape. Just a good shape.
Yeah. I am the law. A little back view. Yeah. But yeah, that's coming along nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's got to make sure. The only thing I was make, so I believe you're using a double spring. That the return on that has a decent amount of force, so make sure that's not hitting anything. Because you don't want it starting to break components. So that's the only thing I'd say look out for. Yeah, no, yeah, Primate. It's not it's for like small builds and for like light game. It's a sidearm battery. The core. It's meant for like you're using a few times a game. Though granted, I've ran just the 500 milliamp battery in a 4-hour game before, but it was like more of like a hide and seek style Nerf game. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's Mystics. It's all coming together very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see. Next up, we have Gale. We have Gale Wolf with the dragon skin. Here be dragons.
Yep. Mm.
All right, we got a little bit of text. You want to read the text? Can you see the text?
I I can see the text exists, but I don't know what it means.
Okay. A lot of sandy
I'd
today.
happily
Not
read it if you can make it more
make it
presentable.
bigger. I can make it more. I can make anything presentable. Do, 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 do. Let's see. I'll put it here, and then we go here, and then we go here, and then you go enhance, and then we go here.
A lot of sanding today. Not pictured, but smoothed out the grip and sanded everything that won't have something else over the top of it. Filled in the area between the stock and the Recon with the 3D pen. Used parchment paper to make a rough mold so the 3D pen would fill it smooth in the hopes of having to sand less. Interesting. Worked fine, but still had to fix some spots afterwards and decided against that method on the other side. Really happy with how it turned. Somebody put a cursor in the way and I can't read it anymore. Really happy with how it turned out, but I did have to DevCon the filler in place because it did break off, so more sanding will be needed later. DevCon a lot more in place, should only have the purple fin piece and the magwell side plates left on the main blaster as well as the barrel attachment. Need to find a filler piece for the indent at the bottom of the handle. Tried something today and didn't like it. Testing more ideas around.
Nice, nice. Yeah. We'll get rid of that, and then we'll go boop, and then there. We got some pictures.
Okay, I was wondering. I saw the picture with the stuff taped on there, and I wasn't sure exactly what was going on, but that's apparently the
Yeah. So,
wax
so
paper in
they
there.
used the ABS pen to reduce the amount of sanding needed.
Yeah, to basically forming it into a smooth surface on this side instead of having the little filament junk on there. Interesting.
I'm gonna have to
Man, it
look
sounds like a solid idea, though.
I have to look into that. Anything to make my work less lumpy. Okay, so we got the internal connections. That's nice. Yeah, I see the little ABS there. I think it feels like that's ABS, right? ABS pen.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Or very cleanly applied DevCon.
Be anything. Yeah. Yeah. If that's clear, if that's DevCon, I'd be amazed. Which I mean, granted, is with the people people competing, I'd be amazed anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, we do got some pretty mad talent going on right now.
we do.
It's a pleasure to see it.
That looks good. Yeah, it's coming along nicely.
It's actually blending in pretty good right there.
Yeah, that's smooth. It's all tapered correctly. It's tapering in all nice, like yeah. Then interesting. So that's the back of the Rebel thing. Okay, okay. All right.
Spot is from the ABS pen. Cool.
Nice. I know things.
I guess things. Okay, tying in
Yeah.
that lower stock piece.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. It's coming together well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to the not Game of Thrones blaster. It's gonna be good. I keep it's the Game of Thrones jingle every time I see. Where is it? It's this picture. Where is it? No, I gotta go back. Not that. It's not even the first picture. It's this. For some reason, every time I see this picture, but every time I see this picture, I hear the Game of Thrones intro plays in my head. I don't know why.
Maybe you should see a doctor.
It's fine. It's fine. We're all a little bit crazy here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, next we have Evan Williams. 7 days ago, did they update after your stream?
No, I believe it was just. Got a few things done, or something like that. Yeah, he had posted that one, the pile of bits.
Huh.
But I don't believe we'd covered anything else beyond. No, it looks like
Things that make you go, hmm,
We did a fair bit of humming, as I recall, or at least I
yes.
did. I don't know if anybody viewing. There's nobody with a visual comment in the chat, but
Hmm,
hopefully there's a few audible hmms within each person's viewing experience.
hmm,
Hmm.
yes. Yeah. It's,
So I think we are clear in our first.
and that's
Or no, this is the
compact.
second.
Yes, that's compact.
Oh gosh, we're almost done.
Let's go
Whew.
straight on to Gulliver. I almost said gullible, but Gulliver. I know,
Probably a little of
I know
both.
words. Yeah, column A, column B. All right, starting off, we got Captain Shotgun. Where
A
are
lot more
we?
sanding.
Say
Talked a lot about sanding.
all the sanding. And viewer, you're viewing older
Several sandings.
messages. Let's see. Okay, we're the 18th. The 18th. We're looking for the 23rd. Saw that. That's nice. All coming
Hmm.
together. Weekly updates.
Like more
All right,
primer.
so here we go. So 25th. More sanding tonight. Gonna hit with primer. Hopefully, vinyl dye in the morning.
Yeah, they had a few incidents with the vinyl dye application.
Ah, like you get attacked by a bear or something.
Nothing quite so serious. No, just
Ah.
paint attacking other paint. Figured it
Oh.
was a domestic issue.
Ah. So they're like it was eating at the other paint, or it was just like
Yeah,
bad.
they posted they posted that in the regular chat or in
Okay.
the regular channel,
Hmm.
and I think they got a post here as well, just showing where the paint freaked out a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
For
Yeah.
Straven, I still really like that the profile of just the extended muzzle,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
having the extra stage in there. Just
We're not talking about anything, Captain. Never happened. Don't worry about it. No, I do like the extra stage. It makes it gives it that sci-fi barrel profile, and it comes along. It's yeah,
it just looks a whole lot better than
yeah,
the traditional Straven.
yeah. And I know we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about this on stream or off stream once, but it wouldn't be a full Merge Masters thing. But I'd love to have like a little mini competition of just Stravens. Oops, all Stravens. After because
I think we mentioned it briefly. I think time before last
yeah,
of a more of a yeah, like you're saying, just this class is you have to incorporate these things, and what
yeah.
you do beyond that is up to you, but must require a certain little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. Because I mean, it was one of those things of, yeah. I think I mentioned it's like I don't like Stravens. I like this, and
And that's the
yeah,
difference.
yeah. So it's
And I think shortening the magwell is a big part of that. And let
yeah,
me just pop up real quick and get really big for a second. I have this Straven that Alice worked on a million
yeah,
years ago. But can I get?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, here I
I
can.
can't get back any further.
Hey,
Close enough.
I have
But comparing the
technology to make that.
proportions of the full-size magwell single stage versus the picture there that you're seeing from Captain Shotgun, where you have the half magwell and the extended
Yeah.
area.
No,
I'm
it
actually planning
works.
on,
It works so much
yeah,
better.
it disguises it from being what it is and makes it
Yeah.
more than just some of its parts, which is cool. And it makes me
Yeah.
feel real good because I actually talked to Alice. I guess it's been a couple of months
Mm.
about shortening the magwell here
Mm.
instead of using Hawkeye's kit, just cutting it down to work with her Vorpal mags, which are
Yeah.
more of a katana profile.
Ah,
And I
katanas.
wasn't sure because nobody'd done that shortening the magwell on a Straven before. But now Captain Shotgun's done that,
Mm.
and so yeah, it's nice to see it actually done and go, oh, that looks good. I was a bit nervous.
Yeah. No, it does.
So
It
that'll
looks
be a
very
fun
good.
build
Yeah.
someday whenever I go back to building things again.
Yeah. I believe in you. You'll do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, other people's stuff.
Other people's stuff. Yeah, for paint, thinking of copying battle strife camo, put in my colors, so red and black, and white. Not sure to do with the T- TB TABG though. The tabug. Pretty sure it's just a misspell.
I can tell there's letters there, but I can't see. So
There.
I'm gonna take your
Or,
word for it.
you know what? I'm gonna a
But
little
you know how to
enhance.
read pretty good.
I,
So
I
I
I've been
imagine
known to read. Oh, we're getting rid of your mayo. That's okay. Your mayo's gone.
that's fine. Not the worst thing that's happened today. Paint. Just now, red,
What's
black. Not sure how to do that though.
that word?
I'm assuming it's supposed to be that.
Oh, okay,
Not
okay.
sure how to do that though. I only say that as a guess because I've typed in really weird things like that before, trying to type a normal thing and going, "What? That's not what my thumb did." And sure enough, the phone just decided to do something weird.
Ah,
So,
fair.
yeah, shotgun, you can do better than that. See me after class.
That's
Um,
what I was writing. It's fine. You see the
85%.
the yeah, I give it 90. It was fine. It's fine. We got proper context, and words are only there for you to comprehend, and you comprehended it. So that means the word, even though it was misspelled, was doing its function.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway. Yeah.
yes. Confirmation, Captain Shotgun, how he's going to do that. So,
Yeah.
good job.
Fair. Fair. Uh, there's
Paint.
yeah, for camo, there's so many YouTube has so many guides of how to do camo, and everyone has a different take. Some people like tearing painter's tape, and then you make that design, and that's layers and layers. I've
Well, you mentioned
seen,
doing the battle camo, like the strife battle camo,
yeah, yeah.
which is going to have to get big for a second.
Do do.
Which is kind of a mix of.
Yeah, it's still the here if I
Yeah,
want to
it's kind of a mix of straight, edgy things, and then it's got a couple kind of weird. Let's see, where is it? Like through here, kind of. Whoa, gosh, we're big again!
be. Yeah.
Yay! Um, yeah, we're kind of rounds through here, but then it's kind of straight and edgy here, and so yeah, there's really not a direct rhyme or reason of like, oh well, these colors are straight, these colors are all
Hmm.
crooked and lumpy and weird, and so
But you
it's gonna
could
be a
literally take painter's tape and just cut those different shapes out, essentially. Put them on an ear
correct.
blaster, and then just
No,
figure out
by the
how
way.
the yeah
Like,
focus.
no, no, manual
Yeah,
focus. Have to
yeah,
bring it back here. So it's going to be small, but in focus.
yeah.
See? Is it sharper? I don't know. Doesn't
That's fine.
matter. Close enough.
Here we'll go back to captains. But yeah, it's
Whoa.
yeah. I only got my weird things. My keybinds aren't working properly. But yeah. A lot
Needs
of
warning before you go moving us around like that.
no. We're moving everywhere. Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to see how you do it, Captain. It's like there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's
Don't do that, though, because you'll probably upset the neighbors,
it
and they
depends.
might call the cops.
Yeah, I mean you can make a really nice
So,
hat. It's
anyway,
still cold in some states, Anyway, yeah. Anyway, going along, yeah. It looks good.
primer.
It looks good.
Mhm.
It's coming together. Yeah, nice and smooth. Yeah. Oh, and now we
This is where it all got weird.
oh, okay. So this thing we're not supposed to talk about. Ah, yes.
Just crazy.
Yeah, yep. Change my mind. Hey, it's all good. You still got a
That's
month.
fine. As long
So,
as
yeah.
you make up your mind before you put the paint down. Otherwise, it gets to be a lot more of a pain in the neck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, vinyl dye.
Yeah, paint gets weird.
Paint does get weird.
All it takes is weird humidity, weird temperature change, not shaking the can enough. Beyond the regular
Yeah.
paint incompatibilities and stuff.
but it all worked together. And whoa, what's that? It's oh, all right, we can't see that on the screen. Hang on. Can I? Damn it. How do I? You know what? I'll just do this. And at the top of the screen, Containment Crew swag bag.
Oh yes, you want to put a link in the chat for a containment crew?
Yeah, yeah.
Good
I'll
friend
do
Charles.
Containment Crew.
Give him money and he'll give you things.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah, no, they are the OG Nerf third party online or e-commerce thing.
Yeah,
Containment Crew.
they're about the first.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, yeah, it's all coming together.
This hour is brought to you by Containment Crew.
Containment
Totally
Crew.
not mayo.
The opposite of mayo.
They got spice.
They got spiced. I believe that. Charles is a man of taste.
Well, he does wear that saggy hat though.
The newsboy? You don't like his newsboy?
No, that's fine. I was going to lump that into a further conversation about Nerfers wearing hats,
Yeah.
but we'll have Brett on, maybe next month.
Yeah, he got his beret. I got my wizard hats. Actually, I need to buy a new wizard hat. My ones are getting a little tattered.
Ah,
Yeah, I know.
they've seen too much battle.
Mm-hmm. No, they seem too much wind and flying off my head, and then being stepped on. So yeah, I need
That
one.
would do it.
Yeah, I need one that kind of sits on my head well, and maybe has some fans in it for like some cooling.
Need one with a little strap that ties under your chin.
Nothing
Like
visible,
one of those fancy
though.
sun hats.
Yeah, nothing visible though.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll figure it out. But yeah, no, this is coming along nice. I like this. It's all coming together. And then we got more. Everything a quick wash before ready to tape. Okay.
I saw that picture before I saw the caption, and I was wondering if he was setting up for that water droplet mist paint treatment.
Oh yeah.
Where you fog on like a dark color below and a light color on top, and then wait for the. I still remember Sykes' old tutorial on that.
Welcome to Sykes' weekly Nerf dosage.
Nerf dosage. Gosh, those were the days, weren't they?
We gotta
I remember when
convince.
Jang made videos and Syke made weekly videos.
Yeah.
That was good
Good
stuff.
time. We got to I got to bug Gavin to have, or maybe we have to bug Pig. I don't know who has more sway in the Singapore hobby. One of those guys. Get Syke to come down for a Ragnarok.
Oh, that'd be cool. I would contribute to get to, if we need to do a GoFundMe or something like that to get him over.
Oh, it'd be just.
That's a hand I'd shake the heck out of.
Yeah, I got to briefly talk with him once, but when he came down to visit MTB and stuff. That was fun.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was a whole thing of explaining to Syke, hey, Syke, can you not show a step-by-step guide of how to get to our house on your video? It was all good.
Maybe we got to get him on because I think one of his very last Nerf videos, he was talking about this. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this integration thing. And I was like, oh, this is really exciting. I can't remember what it was, but he had like a picture of some concept, or not a concept thing, but he had was talking about what he was building, and it was some kind of secret thing, and I was so excited.
Yeah.
And that was like 8 years ago.
8 years ago. What? hey, Syke, whatever happened to that? It's like, well, that's all I did.
Well,
yeah.
Kayakasaurus reached out to me like 3 or 4 days ago, maybe his last week.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done Nerf content in several years.
Mm.
Reached out to me and he was like, hey, I've got this old integration thing. Do you think anybody would be interested? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The integration
really cool.
hasn't died. It's just evolved.
It's
People are doing weird things. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Zam. Hey Excite. Some of my friends joined the chat.
Yay.
Yeah.
We like your friends too.
Yeah.
I assume. You never said anything bad about them, so I guess they're all right.
Yeah, they're all right. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna keep going on, and we got some
Smudgeons.
smudgeons. Smudgeons happen.
Oh, hi.
Tape didn't go too well.
Sorry.
Decided I couldn't live with the scratches, so I decided to sand it all down and add putty. Tomorrow sanding
Or sanding.
before I go out of town in the middle of April. Ah,
Uh-oh.
Captain Shotgun's gonna live it up spring break style. Yeah.
Anyone know if there's a better way to mark paint lines than painter's tape? Um,
Yes. This is an old Adam Savage cosplay trick. Toothpaste.
that is
You
weird.
you literally take a ruler if you're doing straight lines, um, and you just literally do a layer of very smooth as you can layer of toothpaste over everything you don't want painted, and then yeah, you can easily go down with anything that you do want, and then you just wipe it off. Once it all dries, you wipe it off, and you get a clean line. You don't have to worry about painter's tape picking up paint or anything.
It probably wouldn't be financially feasible, but bare metal foil is a material used in scale modeling and stuff for chrome and metallic parts and things like that. That you can use. Comes in a large sheet that's like a super 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 thin foil that's got a very light adhesive on the back, and you can use it to, I've seen guys use it for doing flames and scallops and stuff on scale models where you lay it down on the panel you're working on, and then you can just freehand cut out whatever you want, peel that out, and then paint.
Hmm.
But it's such a thin material, the paint doesn't build up very high on it, so you don't end up with that ridge between layers
Yeah,
when you're masking. But it's kind of pricey stuff.
yeah. I try like on a small thing. Try the toothpaste trick because you can just go to the dollar store and get like a few tubes of toothpaste for nothing, and then yeah, there's toothpaste with like chunks in it. You want not chunky toothpaste. Don't ask me how I know that, but yeah, and it makes the whole thing minty fresh. Yeah, and as Zam said in chat, any form of liquid mask. There's liquid painter's tape even as well, which
Yeah,
is
there's that
almost like
latex-based stuff.
yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
gel that just sits down. It's nice. Multiple ways to do it. I don't like painter's tape either, but also, as I pointed out to Grim, I have no skill when it comes to painting. So people with skill is fine, and then it's just a lot of time and effort for the painter's tape and everything. And yeah, you're getting there. So it's
Also, like household painter's tape, like the stuff you get at Home Depot, is a higher tack and can tend to lift in weird spots or it'll bleed under. You can get there's a Tamiya brand for there again scale model stuff.
mm,
Super smaller, but it's much more to our scale and tends to not have stuff bleed over as well or as much. So
yeah,
that's an option as well. It's a bit more
pricing.
specialized type
Yeah,
materials.
yeah, lots of different options. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the old
yeah. Play-Doh or Silly Putty.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever technique you do, let us know. Yeah, put that in the thing. I'm always happy to see what people use and what they come up with. Yeah. So far, this is looking good, man. I'm looking
Hmm.
forward to seeing the end of this, Captain.
Yeah, we're getting close. It's always
Yeah.
nice when you get the primer coat. You can really start seeing the real shape of the blaster, and that means you're. Uh, Gosh, oh Poppins, what are you doing? um, getting close to paint and that kind of final phase when it
Yeah.
starts getting real.
Oh yeah, Blaster Show saying poster mounting putty. Ah, blue tack. Blue
Yeah.
tack would work, and yeah,
I-
just figure out how it works for you. Yeah, let's go to Primate.
Yeah, I got a few updates
Let's
with
see
that
what
one.
I got. Binge watching. Primate.
Yeah,
Shout out
I
to
was,
Mr. Nathan.
yeah,
Binge
I was gonna
watching model.
apologize to you if Primate, if you're still in the chat. Yeah, that's a rough go.
Ah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta watch some of the old stuff. It's just like it brings you back, like the UN-13s and stuff. Just watching,
Oh, geez,
yeah,
not that far back.
yeah. Ah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Just
I've been
watching
told
things
that
get
people have benefited from watching that. So
Yeah,
I
of course they have.
that's good. I don't
Yeah,
see how it's it's pretty brutal to watch, but I'm glad
it's in depth. It's very in depth.
oh gosh, it's brutally in depth.
Yeah, but that's honestly, that's what's in right nowadays. Is just
Ugh.
the how it's made. People want to see how the sausage is made. They don't mind everything getting blended up in front of them. People like that now. But yeah,
Mm,
no, I'm also loving this bulldog build, Grim. It's
yeah.
yeah, it's coming along nicely. Little solenoid doing solenoid things in there.
A lot of solenoids going around this year
Yeah,
too.
yeah, solenoid's pretty kind of a big deal. And with everything going on in the world, they're kind of they're getting harder to get. So yeah, but yeah, no, I'm liking your wiring work, man. The
Yes, Excite sausage is delicious. In fact,
Yes.
as soon as we're done with the stream, I need to fry up some for this week, doing a little meal
Ah.
prep. So
Oh, you meal prep?
we're trying to, at least for like breakfasty type stuff, so that we're not just eating weird crap out of boxes.
Fair. Fair.
Besides, you get up in the morning, have a really quick and easy biscuits and gravy. That's a good way to
Biscuits and
start a good day.
gravy. Baked goods and heated lard.
Yeah,
Yep. Part of
call it
health
what you
breakfast.
want.
Fair enough. Do you do gravy pucks? Like little frozen bits of gravy that you just quickly can heat up in the microwave?
No, we've just kind of we prepped up just like a little actual, just throw it in the mic like whole kit all at once. Not
Okay.
necessarily separate materials, but just kind of like, hey, you just throw it to the microwave and then get a fork.
Ah. Fair, fair. Yeah, it's
Who's
all
sneaking
good.
around to my garage?
Someone is. But yeah, I have a little question for Primix if he's still in chat. Is this
What
switch
did you make?
connected to this switch?
Nice, good choice. All right.
All right. Yeah, is that switch connected to that switch? Are these connected?
Have we
They
been
look.
talking too loud and interrupting your show? Okay. You okay?
Are we
Okay.
interrupting the business show?
Apparently not.
Okay.
I don't know if I believe it.
Fair. But yeah,
Reading a book.
put the gravy in ice cube tray and yeah. Oh yeah, caramelized. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can
Ooh,
freeze a lot of
onions.
things. Yeah,
Ooh,
caramelized
that
onions.
sounds good too.
Wait, you had lamb that had fish flavor? What terrible Brazilian barbecue did you go to?
That's not how that's supposed to work, is it? I
I
don't know that
mean,
much about lamb.
I imagine they cooked it on the same thing.
Oh, never cook anything that you cooked
Yeah.
up fish on.
Eh.
Fish has a flavor that just doesn't go away.
No, that's if you're cooking fish incorrectly. Yes,
Ugh.
yes. Okay, so they are connected. The stock's gonna be pushed in for semi-auto and untrigger when the stock's out for full auto. Interesting.
Oh, that is cool.
Okay, okay.
That's
I
like
see.
taking a build that looks cool and making like functionality that makes it even cooler.
Yeah, yeah. I'm liking that. Okay.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. No,
What are
I
those
like it.
from? I don't recognize it. It looks like the texture on there looks like Elite 2.0, or is that almost like Hyperfire era stuff? But
It's
I don't recognize the parts.
it's definitely some form of nerf.
Yeah, I believe that. But
Yeah.
the shape with the little holes, I'm just not. It's not ringing any bells.
So the micro switch
Hello, are
actually
you
acted
waving?
as a selector. But tell us about these blue bits. We want to know about these blue bits, primates. Enlighten us. The stock is spring load. Oh, that's nice. It just pops out really fast. That's a nice slap.
That's cool.
Yeah. I like transforming blasters. That's cool. Yeah, and yeah, lamb and where you guys are is I'm not surprised it was cooked weird. Yeah. What is that? Reveal to me your secrets. I want to know what the blue bits are, Private. Tell me what the blue bits are.
Must be a long explanation.
Yeah. 2.0
Prospect.
prospect. What?
Interesting.
2.0.
I don't think I'm familiar, but
2.0
I've been skipping a lot of the 2.0 stuff.
Okay. I'm googling it. Oh. Hang on, let me share. Let me share this with the
Oh,
class.
weird. Huh. That is
You
an excellent use of an otherwise probably underperforming blaster. Neat
you
scope too.
you cut that with such precision. That's ridiculous. How'd
That
you
is way
cut that?
cool.
I mean,
Carefully, probably.
very
I
carefully.
mean, yeah, you gotta have like one of those like exacto saws or something like that to get in between without
Yeah. So
cutting too far into them.
straight and everything. That's ridiculous.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever even seen that blaster.
Yeah. We're learning a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's going along nicely. I like that. Like, and that's yeah. It's coming along nicely. Yeah, but Zam, if the Brazilian steakhouse doesn't do lamb well, shame. It's not a true Brazilian steakhouse. Oh, that's clean. Look at like that. That's that top down. Birthday gift for my wife. Thanks, honey, for this. I'm gonna cut this up.
I may or may not have ever had that conversation.
Uh, I one of my exes gave me a Stampede way back in the day, and got very upset when I cut it up and made it a mini Stampede. I'm like, no, this is what we do. She's like, you destroyed it. I'm like, it was useless before, which was the wrong thing to say, because that implies that she gave me something useless.
Gave you good materials.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm. So snips and needle files and a lot of patience. You file cut that? Nah, you got too much patience, man.
That's dedication.
I'd figure out how to get some sort of laser to like laser cut it, just because that'd be the best way, and I'd light the whole thing on fire on accident, and I'd go, nah, I didn't need that piece anyway. Yeah, that's nice. And then it's coming along very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Barricade front.
Good touch. Good touch.
Very good touch.
And
Very
it
good.
really accents the barricade's weird little fake motor bump things too.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Sorry. Thanks for that.
There we go.
Hang on. Yeah, I just have the pics of the prospect, so we'll go back here really quick. Yeah, that's, let me get through that arrow, too. I'm a professional. Yeah. No, yeah. It's, yeah. It's all coming together very nicely. Bit of putty work during stream. Damn, that's some clean putty work.
Mm-hmm.
People are like wizards with putty.
You filling in the little vent holes, or is that just collateral from filling in the area between it and the little barricade motor bump thing? So I thought the holes were neat. But if you got a plan that don't include the holes,
Are you
that's
are
all
you
right
are
too.
you nitpicking his work? How dare you
I'm
fill the little holes?
I'm making an observation with a question mark. That's all.
Yeah, but serious putty. Yep, super serious putty. But yeah, that's I'm liking it. I do
Hmm.
agree though. The holes are pretty sweet. I imagine it's because it's like he's using it like an adhesive as well, so it just like underneath it came up. Maybe he'll use those
Oh,
needle
we'll see how it
files to
goes.
clean it out. Or yeah, maybe like you
Like I
said,
said, I'm cool either way.
he has
Not my build.
yeah,
I just
I'm liking
appreciate
it.
that it's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's all coming together. Look forward to it, man. You do good work. Some serious putty. All right. So next we got Clowny.
Um, Chat folks, do I have a sleeping, wheezing dog breathing into the microphone, or is that not coming up?
It's not coming up. I'd tell you.
Okay, good.
I'm
Good, because I can
monitoring
hear it really
audio.
loud where I'm at.
I hear a little bit of exhale when you talk, but it should barely be noticeable to them.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare disturb the sleeping poppins, but
Yeah. I mean, you can't move now until she wakes up. Though, I mean, I am on speakers for you, so I could say certain words that would definitely wake up Poppins.
like, do you have any squeakers? Because that would get her to rip me apart getting out.
Really?
She does like a good squeaker.
Don't mind me. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. Wow, it's taking
Anyway,
forever to load.
what's that? Did some rude bad man wake you up?
That
That one
look!
wasn't yours.
That look!
Go back to sleep. It's cool. Don't let the bad man bother you. Sleepy Poppins.
Unlimited
Rude, huh?
power. Yeah. So yeah, Clowney took a little bit of hiatus, but is getting back into. Holy crap! That's looking nice.
Yeah, we are definitely in the painting phase there.
Yeah.
That's good. I know he was there for a little bit. Was kind of like, oh crap, do I even continue with this? And
Yeah.
I'm glad he's sticking it out.
Well, that's why I like that this is like a 3 month competition because you can go
Hmm.
halfway in. Oh, I'm not feeling it. Walk away from it for a few weeks and come back. Even at this time, you could
Yeah,
walk away from it for a few weeks and still come back and finish.
we had quite a few people take a little bit of a break there, kind of in the middle, just to reset mentally, and it's good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, enhance the skull. Okay. Enhance. Hang on. I can enhance that further. You have a good night, Captain Shotgun.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Now the question is, because knowing Clowney, this could have been sculpted. Does he mention anything about this skull?
He had said something about he had to use his last such and such skull to help bridge that gap, and so it must have been from something.
Okay.
And knowing him is probably from some kind of weird dollar store thing.
Dollar store thing. I mean, it could be from his old, carnival days.
Hmm.
Something. It could have been one of the acts.
Yeah, hard to say.
Yeah. I tried to explain Clowny to someone the other day, and I don't know why it came up. And no one can really explain Clowny to people, but um,
No, I don't. You just have to experience.
yeah. Let me yeah. I mean, for those who don't know, let me get his Discord profile picture. It's a little blurry, but it's Clowny.
You get the idea.
You get the idea. I don't know if he was ever actually in the circus or if it. I know his mom was. I'm pretty sure he was at one point. Yeah. I gotta ask him again because I vaguely
Okay.
remember his backstory from like 6 years ago.
Well, maybe we'll get him on the show.
Yeah, talk with County, catch up. But yeah, it's looking well. It might be Clowney might be all their coworkers secretly. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's come along great. It's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little skull touch. Yeah, but he seems to be back, and yeah, it should be coming together. And then next one we got the Baba Yaga.
I heard it pronounced once, which was allegedly pronounced correctly, and I don't know how. Like, I heard it and I was like, "Oh, that's how you pronounce that," but my mouth does not make that noise,
These happen. So just like one
which
one
makes me feel
update.
terrible because, as mentioned before, I can't pronounce their actual name either, and I feel bad.
That's fine. You just ask him to say it for you a couple times. Then you're good. Like here, record
Nope.
yourself and throw it on Discord so you hear it.
But I do like how this stock is shaping up.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah,
that integrated into the what um, what was it? A Nerf Ultra, or whatever it was.
yeah.
So it looks
That's
good.
the yeah,
Yeah, it looks good held up there, but then the next picture is like actually like integrated in to the grip, and it's like
yeah,
that just looks real good.
yeah. No, it's all coming together.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah,
Which I
no,
would have thought that stock looked a bit heavy,
yeah.
just like aesthetically, but for whatever reason, it even just that little bit there just really
Comes
works.
together. It works. It comes together very nice.
Mm.
And I like all. What's the third trigger for? Is
That's
that
the mag release
Mag release.
from
Okay.
from the regulator.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm hoping that they're going to use that to do something cool.
Yeah, pop out the drum or something.
That'd be
It.
cool.
Yeah, it's just I remember seeing the original and we're just like this is supposed to be a small blaster competition, and
And
it's
that
just
looks
like here's
big, but
yeah
it's apparently legal.
yeah it fits. It looks very sleek. It looks very. I'm excited for it, and we as we made the ruling, which people were pushing it within the friendly. They were pushing the bounds within friendly terms of the bounds within the spirit of
Hmm.
competition. Is
Yeah.
we ruled the drum does not count for the size because magazines don't count for the size. So it
Yep.
actually opened up a lot for some blasters.
Which is cool, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what that looks like with the drum in it, because I know I think the earliest mock-up
Yeah.
picture, I think he has the pieces kind of laid out with the drum attached still. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Well, kinda.
But just trying to, I guess, imagine and kind of piece together, that's gonna look real sharp.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I bet you'll just barely fit primate. Just barely. And
Yeah, in fact,
apparently the name's changed. Megalodon Rifleification Project.
it was that other word that I can't pronounce. Gosh, I'm really sorry. The because it was the rifleification project before, but it's actually got a code name now that
Hang on.
I
Let's see.
wouldn't.
I'm going to Google to tell me
Ah,
what AP lot.
I was going through
It's
through these
Greek.
posts earlier today and was going through that, and I said it out loud a few times and went, nope, 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 that wasn't it. Nope, that's not it.
Hmm. Yeah. Does anyone know how to pronounce this word? Is it it looks like the Greek word uh,
It's like epiliotes, apelio. Nope,
Philios. Yeah, the way I'm putting it in Google, it doesn't seem to be doing it correctly.
it just says you apparently spelled something wrong.
Yeah. How do we pronounce? Oh well.
I feel like for some reason it feels like I've seen that or heard it before, but I don't know how to make my mouth make that noise.
Yeah. Well, it looks if you added an H to it, uh, a festilos, festiliostes, something like that.
It feels Greekish.
Yeah. Well, that's everything's telling me to add an H to it, so it's Greek.
Weird.
I don't know. Google is not helping me.
Maybe it's a real wild acronym.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe we'll get him on the show. You know,
Yeah.
when we're doing our final thing,
We'll
and
ask him,
we'll get the
how do
answer
how do
straight
you
from the
pronounce
horse's mouth.
this? Yes, tell us how to say the name.
Can you just
'Cause not
pronounce
only-
everything that?
Not only can you say you can't pronounce his name, but now you can't pronounce his blaster's name.
Can you just get on and just talk, and I'll just nod and go, all right,
All
nice,
right. Yeah.
nice.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Which
Whoa.
sucks because, oh gosh, years ago, they
Ape-
built
Apely Oats.
Apely Oats. Okay, I'll buy that. They built that. It was a Centurion. It was side loading that had a Thunderbow integrated underneath, and I want to buy it, but I can't justify it. But I'd sure like to buy it.
Fair. Apely Oats means the rising sun in Greek.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Greek mythology. Greek god of the southeast winds.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
He's often depicted wearing gum boots and carrying fruit. They have gum boots back in. I mean, that's what Wikipedia says.
Well, this has been quite an informational and educational episode today.
Yeah. One might even say just educational enough.
Just enough.
Burn down. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. It looks good. I mean, now we have at least a rough translation. And yeah. So next up we got Blaster Show. All right.
Yeah, just a little bit of a correction, I believe, on his, if I remember right. Just realigning some parts. So we covered that little bit about the grid last time.
Damn.
Well, the picture right before that he posted, he used magazines glued to, like, hot glued to the top for kind of an alignment aid. And I think that's super brilliant.
Yeah.
Like to make sure that this shell's talking to that shell. And he just glued them to the top of the rails. And apparently determined that one was a little bit off. And it's like, that's a cool idea. Because who doesn't have a stack of 18s kicking around?
Yeah.
I guess it looks like an 18 and a 12.
You're not even using them anymore. Who uses full length darts really anymore? So,
unfortunately, not enough people.
Yeah. Half length's the superior length.
Yeah, I know, but full lengths are more silly fun.
Fair. Yeah. So then, he's just showing the alignment issue. Yeah. Yeah, and he's
then putting the big level on there to get everything all lined up.
Yeah.
That is attention to detail.
Yeah, it's very damn good. Looking forward to it. Oh, dog's asleep.
Plug your ears. Plug your ears, Poppy. Don't listen. Don't listen to the bad man. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep so you can wake Mom up in the middle of the night.
I am a terrible human being.
He sure is. Or Poppins. Oh. Bad dream. It's just a bad dream.
Yeah,
Go back to bed.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's coming together nicely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That detail is stupidly nice. The fact that you actually can show.
I like the I like the addition of what appears to be the. Is that part of the top rail from the Desolator that's filling in the gap on the crossbolt stock, like above the magwell? Kind of
Oh,
like that.
yeah. I thought that was just part of the blaster. You're right. It's a different
Hmm.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, and then using the. It's part of the bottom of the muzzle area. Right, yeah,
This.
right there, of the
Yeah.
crossbolt to kind of blend in that the top of the thumb hole there.
Mm.
That's clever. Very subtle. Very
Yeah.
subtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's been a few things going on with that,
Yeah.
not just the alignment.
Yeah. I like how the sticker's still there. No, it's super. Yeah, super clever. It's very clean. I'm looking forward to it finishing up. It's gonna be
Mhm.
phenomenal. Yeah, and I think
I think
that's
that's the end
everyone,
of
right?
them.
Yeah, it's everyone.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I
St-
know.
st- st-
I know you said you didn't want to touch base on the blaster, but did you want to touch base on the ask people their thoughts on Merge Masters paraphernalia? We might say
sure. Would you like
merchandise.
to lead the discussion?
Yes. So we're looking at getting Merge Masters based stuff, and we're seeing what would you guys prefer, patches or pins? Because patches were big in the hobby, but pins are now kind of a lot more in other hobbies are coming up.
They're more universally appealing,
Yeah, you put
but
them
patches are
place.
more traditional.
Yeah. Any any thoughts as we wait for that delay to come through? Because
Yeah.
it's like
Any.
pins, you can even cut off like the little pin that and then mount it on a blaster pretty easily, or put that on your thing. So it could be a blaster charm, it could be whatever, or yeah, the patches like people have their patch walls. People still have
Yeah.
patch walls, right? We're not weird.
Yeah. Well, I need to stick mine back up, but I know
Yeah,
I've got mine. I see them in the background of a lot of YouTube videos still.
yeah, yeah. Fair.
We got a
Yeah,
patches poles.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, patches, please. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. And we'll go by what's the TV rating system? Uh, there's a name, family name for it. The TV
Rating system.
TV rating system. Uh, TV. His name is like starts with an S. TV.
Got to give me more to go on.
It's like there's certain people they could because it's like certain people have like the thing, so they're included into who's watching certain programs, but they can't. Well, they can now pull all the data, but they couldn't do it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
No. Anyway,
one
there's a joke
person
tied to
saying
it.
it means a million people said it. So
Oh,
the fact
gotcha.
that we had
Gotcha.
the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people saying it, yeah. So 4 million
Yeah.
people agree. Patches.
Well, that's pretty good for
Yeah.
only 12 people watching.
Yeah. That's all good. Yeah. All right. So we'll work on patches. And
I think
I'll get people's
we should start
input.
research into the pin part of things a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the enamel pins, but
Oh,
we'll mainly
freak out.
focus on patches.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going away. But yeah. And then for dimensions, do you guys prefer circle patches or bubble cut patches? So it'd be like, let's see if I can do this on the fly. No background. Come on. Let's see. Copy. Put this on the whiteboard, and then put up the whiteboard, and
Bye-bye.
then where's my whiteboard? There. So it's like, oh, I mean, what am I doing? I could literally just point to this up
Yeah,
here,
it's
but
kinda-
but so it would be like a weird rhombus, or would you prefer it in a circle? Is that yeah, rhombus?
Yeah, I believe it's rhombus is more the like a square that's tipping away from you.
Yeah, like in the middle. Yeah, tipping in to the
Yeah,
top.
they wouldn't have the year necessarily. They'd just be basic Merge Masters as a concept. Not
We're all
event
concepts
specific.
here. Yeah,
Um, anyway, we're kicking some ideas around, different options and stuff. We're just making sure that what we think would be beneficial or valued is something that the community that we're aiming for would actually feel is, valuable and something they actually want.
exactly. So yeah, if you guys have inputs on shapes, let us know either in chat now once stream delay happens. But yeah, do you prefer circle patches, square patches, rhombus patches, bubble cut patches?
I suppose along the pin line, and probably mentioning a charm. I assume the same place that would do pins would also be able to do like keychainy kind of things.
Yeah,
That way we
we
have like the emblem with a little loopy doop on top that we can tie a little chain to or something.
yeah, we set up
So
do a little enamel um, thing. Maybe get something a little
it,
designed to be more and more blaster charm than just like the logo. Maybe like
yeah.
some sort of tool with Merge Masters on it as like a
Mm,
yeah
mm.
something
So
maybe
yeah,
tooth shaped that lives in the ground with Merge Masters on it.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Yeah. Okay, so
anyway, we're
we got one
considering some
circle, one
things,
trapezoid. Yeah,
stuff to be able to get the name out to the hobby, get people who want to kind of represent a little bit, and also something that'll give a little bit of a kickback to the organization uh, to be able to, I guess, handle stuff like shipping prizes or maybe even fluffing up prizes a little bit more, and stuff that we can throw in as prizes as well. And
exactly.
so,
Yeah, they
we're-
both function as prizes, and then if other people wanted to buy them, knowing they'd be helping out future Merge Master competitions, which
Mhm.
all the proceeds would go to essentially.
yeah,
Uh,
just kind of that way we're not having to front all of that kind of thing personally.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
it's fun to do this part, but it would be nice if it
yeah,
sustained itself a little bit. But hey,
yeah.
we'll
We're working
keep
on
doing
it.
it regardless.
Exactly. We'll keep figuring that out. That way, because that at the main at the end of the day, when we do prizes, we don't want to go, cool, you won this prize, you got to pay for shipping.
Yeah, no, that would suck.
Yeah.
And so we'd like to be able to avoid that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
no, we're just kicking around some ideas.
All right, but yeah, so we got resounding patches, and we got two trapezoids and one circular. But yeah, definitely. Then before we pull the trigger, I'd be happy just throwing in the Merge Masters Discord, going, "Hey, what do you guys think of this? Does this look cool? Do
Yeah,
you have
no,
any suggestions?"
yeah, definitely something we'll not necessarily focus group, but what is the word where we actually ask people what they think before we try to sell to that exact market?
Technically, it's that's not crowdsource information.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk to you guys outside of a 2.5 hour long stream with
Remember,
this
it's just gonna be
hidden
a 45-minute
and
stream today. It'll be fine. It'll be
sure, that'd
short,
be great.
easy.
That would have been nice. Something we can always aspire to.
Yeah. But yes, yeah, everyone, great builds. It's been awesome this year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these finished blasters. One other thing I wanted to
It's gonna be
point
a wild
out,
month. That's for sure.
yeah, is we will start. We want to have everyone on to talk about their blaster, but anyone that really doesn't want to be on, I'd say direct message me or Nathan, and we'll work something out. Whether it's time constraint, you don't want to be on voice, we are
Yeah.
welcome to be on. If you want to give us your camera, I can set that up really quick. But you just have to be you can be a disembodied voice. I can have a little avatar or something for you to be or whatever. We'll figure that out. And yeah,
Yeah, and if it's something you don't want to have your voice attached to or anything like that, if you want to just have some kind of script or a bit of a some little ad copy that we read or something that represents your input into your, I guess what do you call it, little sales pitch as far as leading up to the actual voting and stuff, then yeah, if you have some weird things we need to work around, reach out and
yeah.
we're gonna start working on that part of thing here pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, and Silver's asked have you all seen the X Shot AEG?
Weird.
You want to go a little 5 minutes longer?
Sure. We got
Okay.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
what
we were, funnily enough, we were going to talk about this at the beginning of the stream, and then we're like, no, we're going to save it for the end of the stream.
in case we have time, but I'll go get a shoehorn and we'll go ahead and fit it in
Shove
there.
that on in.
But who
Yeah,
saw this coming
no one.
from X Shot
No one saw it coming.
for 60 to 70 bucks or
Yeah,
whatever? That's a very good price point and a good distribution, and I would like to buy two right now.
yeah.
Just cuz.
It's what everyone, like when Stampedes came out. This is what everyone tried to make. Immediately when I
Basically,
saw
yeah.
it, the mod was it no it was a mod spot mod works blog spot, the Singaporean,
Yeah,
I don't know who,
Singaporean.
yeah, Singaporean blog had one, and it actually has a very similar profile.
Yeah, it was
So
sawed off on the front, as I recall,
yeah, it had the
and the whole
long barrel.
thumb hole was cut out.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, I'm gonna get one, even though it's not flywheel, but it's, yeah. I want, where's my pen? Where's my pen? I want to, obviously this comes off, so I want to get rid of that, and then I want to take
Well, you
this.
say obviously, but maybe it's going to utilize part of the buffer tube,
For the, then you have,
like for the spring or something.
then
Maybe
you have all this area for plunger tube because the mag's all the way up front.
and motor, gear train. I mean, look at how much room the Colonel Wasp 76
Oh
and
yeah,
7
yeah,
both are really weird shape because you got to put all that stuff somewhere. So
yeah.
I'm curious to see what it looks like inside.
True. And then obviously this piece moves. So you have the manual prime, or like the kind of the jam fix, right? That little nub.
Yeah, or at least being able to cycle for
Yeah.
jams or
That might
for
even be
first
how
shot
you
or
have to
whatever.
load. You have to kind of, prime it. Like, what's the word?
Which I wonder if it is a closed bolt system that you would have to crank that back to swap mags
Yeah.
or something to cycle it.
Yeah, we gotta tear it open. But yeah, I wanna put the B car just like right here, and then just have the little pistol. I know it's gonna ruin the FPS, but as long as if I'm hitting 130, then I play HVZ mainly because, I mean, I guess I'm meaning to go to Armageddon, or is it APOC? Which one's South Coast? South.
I think that's. I think oh crap! I always get them backwards. I think Armageddon is the California one. I think APOC is the East Coast one. I think, but I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through my discords. I know I have it saved somewhere. There's all my Nerf discords. There it is. No. Can't find it. There it is. Armageddon. Armageddon is, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna join things. Yeah,
But I guess to your earlier point about getting rid of the buffer tube, even if it does utilize the space inside the buffer tube for the plunger or spring or something like that,
yeah.
even putting like the Seagull stock that's just basically a little plate on there
Yeah.
to make it as lightweight and simple as possible, I think that would be pretty cool. Not a bad looking stock as is though.
No. Yeah, I just want it as a pistol. I like pistols, so.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm looking forward to it. It's
Mhm.
I haven't looked forward to a blaster in years, and then like the Venom Pro came out, loved it.
Mhm.
Still a lot to be desired. Still a lot, especially when you got it for $25.
It's
Everyone
hard
in
to hate it for that price.
yeah, everyone in the Merge Master Discord's just like, yep, I got like 7. Here we go. And yeah, I think it's going to be very same with this. The other thing I want to see is people transplanting these internals into other shells. So I know the shell's not for everyone. I like the shell, but it depends on the system. If the system is pretty self-enclosed,
That
which
would
I'm
be
thinking
so
it might
cool.
be, yeah, you just plop it into something else. Like it would make no sense, but I'd love to do it. Pop this into like a Centurion.
Oh heck, I'd put it. I'd fit those guts into the side of Stampede just so we can have the correct Stampede.
The right Stampede, yes.
I actually saw somebody put the internals of a Colonel Wasp 76 into a
Yeah.
Stampede, and I was like,
Oh,
they
yes.
just I think they cut the grip out and moved something else, but I think they were able to fit almost everything inside the shell, and I was like, that
Yeah.
That's what I need right there.
Yeah.
If I can find one
Oh.
cheap enough, I'll still do it.
What, a Stampede or a Colonel Wasp?
Oh, Colonel Wasp. No, I got
Yeah.
a boatload of Stampedes sitting over
Yeah.
there in a tote.
No, all my
But
Stampedes were left in Australia. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I couldn't justify bringing them back. They were too expensive.
yeah, no, they do take up a lot of
Yeah.
space in the luggage.
Because remember when they went on in Australia, they went on sale, so everyone was buying for their
Oh
18
wow.
mags.
Oh,
And yeah, right when the 18 mags, that was the only way to get them, 18
yeah,
mags.
yeah.
So I bought 74 Stampedes because they were on sale for yeah. It was half my money, half Melbourne Nerf money, or
Mhm.
was it Melbourne HVZ money? One of the two.
Yeah, but heck, for 3 mags,
Three mag exactly.
it was
We spent
yeah.
like almost a grand, but we bought because they were $10 each. $10 each for 3 mag Stampede. Where it's like,
Oh,
nope.
geez.
Yeah, there were no Stampedes in the greater Melbourne area for like 2 months because we just bought all their stock. We just went from one store to the
Ah,
next to the next. I was swimming in Stampedes. I was selling like people bought Stampedes off me for like $5. I'm like, you don't get any mags, but I'll sell you one for $5. And I think we sold like a good 20 to 30 of them, so we recouped some money, you know. But yeah,
ah.
good times. But yeah, this not gonna buy 74, but
But I'll buy two.
but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one and tinker around with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Uh,
good.
it's interesting just with how I know the back shot long shot had kind of a pretty good hiccup there at the start, but the Fury X has been pretty solid. We've got two guys, separately in our local group that just put random springs in that they
Yeah,
found, didn't know what they came out of, and are hitting like over 200. And just that little tiny compact pistol, that's
nice.
stock internal, stock barrel, and everything. And so it's
Yeah.
like, and the things are holding up so far.
Hmm.
And so I think they're getting their quality control and some of those little weak points sorted out.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they're, this being the third or the third blaster release of this pro line, I'm hoping that they've got all the little issues worked out, and this will be just a solid performer right out of the box.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of quality control, in the last entry having a level on it. This isn't. Wait, here, can I make a line? This
the
isn't
drop
level.
off on the stock,
It
or
bends. Yeah. This
but is that so
bends.
it puts it in a more appropriate location though?
Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I
I don't
don't
know
know proper
because I've seen
stock setup.
like it was the Magnus, was it the Magnus shotgun kits had like a radically angled down stock pad thing, stock
Uh,
extension. So at first I just assumed it was something like that, but it does. My brain sees really long barrel, really long rail, and then kind of drops off towards the back on the stock. And
yeah.
so, but maybe this is just prototype.
Maybe.
But I guess those are the factory, the images on the listing. So hard
Yeah.
to say. I'm not
Yeah.
going to complain too loud yet.
I mean, the listing isn't right. By the way, this picture's from Blaster Hub. Blaster Hub. They have all the news. Go shout out Buff Daddy. They're awesome.
Yeah,
Just
let's throw a link in there. Friend of the show, Buff Daddy.
friend of the show. Yep. Friend of the show. I haven't talked with them in years, but friend.
Oh yeah,
I gotta say hi to him again. That's my bad.
yeah. I don't think I've talked directly to Buff Daddy since.
And more.
Gosh, that was it
When
was
we played office chair jousting, was he there? No, he
no,
wasn't
it was
there.
he came to Ragfest in
Oh,
2019, I think.
okay.
I stayed with him and Alice and Panda, and
Yeah.
that was a wild house.
Oh yeah.
You know, well, not wild, but
Wow.
certainly interesting.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, it's we'll see, because yeah, it says it uses double A's, which can't be right. If it is, A, where are they
I,
going? And
maybe they're in the
B,
stock.
what type of? I mean, like, how many shots are you going to get it out of double A's? And I know you brought
I'm
up rate of fire.
I'm really hoping that it's like a dart zone situation, and it's a like an alkaline tray with an XT30 on it. That's
Hopefully,
basically just saying this will function with stuff you can buy off the shelf, but as soon as you get home, you can put a real battery in it.
yeah, real battery.
So I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, I gotta figure out the draw. That's like, yes, you're using gears and everything, but the Stampede battery, because that's the reason it took so many of the D cells, or not the Stampede. The Stampede motor took so much amperage. That's why it used like 6 D
Yeah.
batteries, and it really didn't last that long. So yeah, it's looking forward to it.
But I guess if it's more based on like an airsoft style gear train,
Yeah.
then those are little tiny batteries too. And
Oh
so
yeah, I mean,
it's
yeah, but they're still airsoft batteries, still lipos. They still have enough
yeah,
power.
yeah.
But well, we shall see. It's crazy. It's a crazy year for blasters. Just
Yeah, Dark
as
Zone's
long
gonna
as
have a hard time topping that for sure.
yeah. But hey,
Yeah,
I'm looking.
Nerf's out in the weeds somewhere.
No, Nerf doesn't exist in this hobby. Nerf blasters in the Nerf hobby? No, we don't do that here.
Oh, lowercase in
Exactly.
Nerf.
Yeah, lowercase, so not copyrighted. We
The
tried. We tried.
colloquialism of Nerf.
Yeah, we tried changing the hobby name. Everyone argued and fought, and no one liked any of the names that came up with. So then nothing
Well,
ever happened.
in all fairness, they all sucked. So
They did. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this blaster. It's gonna be good.
I'm
But
hoping it's a spring release so we can see it in all these games that are going to be cropping up here in the next little bit. So
yeah.
we'll see.
And not rip Nerf. Don't. They're not allowed to rest, and definitely not in peace. They dug their own grave. May they suffer for it.
Well, they lost their own game, which
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they got something going on, but we'll
See.
we'll see.
We'll
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. I hope we see.
Hopefully.
I would like to see them do something good again.
If not, we'll be the Dart Zone / X Shot hobby. Formerly known as the
Yeah.
Nerf hobby. Yeah. Any closing thoughts or anything?
No.
No.
But no, I really appreciate everybody who came out. I know we were doing this. The schedule's a little bit weird, which means this was actually the correctly scheduled one. But appreciate everybody doing nice back to back. We saw a lot of the same people here today that we saw last week. So thanks very much for letting us bug you 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Thanks for allowing us into your homes and into your devices for the evening. And we hope that we were appreciated and didn't do anything to upset or offend anybody.
A little,
And,
little offense. Little offense.
Oh,
That's
you
fine.
can,
Yeah.
but you'll get better though.
Yeah. Got to grind
And,
some people's gears.
I reckon. But I guess we'll see everybody in 2 weeks, and we'll play this game again.
Yep. See y'all in 2 weeks, and we'll let you guys know in patches. Thanks all for watching.
Yeah, we'll be
And
talking to you.